I'm saying? They had the rap video and lost the game 31-0.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That was
Primetime
the
played
first
in that
time.
game.
That was the first time of many that Prime let me down.
No, we.
Damn, I let Prime down. No.
So speaking of being let down, do y'all think that the performance that the Timberwolves put on last night is something that could be consistent through the rest of the series?
Who knows?
They
I
is
don't
back
think
at
so.
home, right? So
I don't think so. So the good news for OKC is every game they've lost so far in the playoffs, they've won the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good news for them. I think Minnesota just had a lot of things go right last night. I mean, great move by Chris Finch to put Shannon in the game. Me and Mike been saying
that
play
can't carry
Shannon
over.
and Dillingham all year.
You don't think that's gonna carry over, bro? You don't think
No, I think that Minnesota will be more competitive, but I just think OKC's the better team. So, like now with the Knicks, on the other hand, you know what I'm saying? I think that it's hard. Okay, we've seen teams come back from 2-0 before. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard, one, when you lost the first two at home, and then two, when you lost in the manner that the Knicks lost. Like they lost two heartbreakers, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's hard because once you get into clutch time again and you got to make plays, it's hard to not flash back to those games.
But I still feel. I mean, you said the better team usually. You said the OKC was the better team. I mean, we've seen the better team, even though. Well, yeah, we've seen the better team lose 2 games after having 20-point leads. You know what I'm saying? And then fucked around and lost the series after winning 1 game. So
or we thought they were the better team.
They came in. You came with a goalpost in that one. They came into the series the better team.
Yes, but we're talking about, okay, you're moving the goalposts because we can't in one breath say the regular season is one thing and the playoffs is something else.
They still came into the series for one off a series win. They came into the series a better team from postseason play.
No, I think that part of me honestly thinks that Boston took the Knicks lightly.
Me too.
I think they were like, oh, yo, we could beat these bums, or like, yo, they ain't got nothing for us. And then they took their foot off the gas. And the problem with Boston is the problem with Cups. You know what I'm saying? Because Cups was like, I ain't starting no game in December. I ain't worrying about no game in November. Apparently, Boston ain't worrying about the fucking playoffs.
They not. And they've shown that. You know what I'm saying? They'll definitely loaf in the playoffs now. And now from now on, I will not. I don't want to say anymore that I'm not sweating no November losses. I'm not sweating no October losses. Yeah, I'm sweating all them shits because why are people performing like this now?
That's real. You're right. You're 100% right, Cubs.
It's all about habit.
That's
all
as far
habit,
as
right? Like some teams, play. Well, not so much these days, but when we were growing up watching the Jordans and the people like that, they took every game seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, this is game 60. We got the 2 seed wrapped up. Like, they were still going to come out there and play hard.
They had to put a show on. Like, it was a standard there.
Because players now want to play the easy niggas first. They want to try to get the easiest niggas. They don't want to play just who in front you. They don't want to play the best team straight off the gate coming into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody else to knock the best team out.
And it's easy for me as a fan. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like, bring me whoever, because if I want to win the title, I got to beat them anyway.
Exactly. You gotta play. So it's not like you can duck them. Like, bro, you gotta play.
Yeah.
To be the best, you gotta beat the best.
But that's why I've been saying, like, if Orlando had a guard that you had to worry about, Boston might have been in trouble in the first round.
Agreed. Especially Trey. If they had Trey Young, they might have been, it might have been a real issue.
Why you gotta do that?
What?
Why you gotta do that?
The self-control is real. You see it.
You had Trey Young, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have made some more noise.
How he still didn't make the All NBA team though.
I seen the snub.
I don't know, man. That shit crazy. Halliburton got snubbed too.
We just, man,
Cade Cunningham got snubbed. My bad.
Yeah.
Dog, it's just a crying shame, man. But it's okay though.
We
will be vindicated.
Seventh in points.
I don't understand why people mad at me because I said Hallie is a superstar.
Because he ain't.
He is, bro.
He's not.
He's doing superstar shit right now.
He is doing superstar things. He is not a superstar. Those are not the same statements.
It
like
qualifies.
To be a superstar, like I think Rez was saying it, like you a superstar when grandma know who he is.
That's insane.
No, it's
how many people that we know that they grandma know who Holly is?
Bro, don't know grandmother besides his own know who Holly is.
Y'all don't know that.
I do know that. Like, bro,
did you poll grannies? Are you polling grannies?
He ain't been in no commercials. Like really, wow. He ain't been in no commercials. Really, he plays in fucking Indiana. You know what I mean? Like if he was playing for the Nets, then we might have a little bit more room to give him a little grace. But he plays in
Indiana Cougars is on that.
Nah, yeah, they might be in that state. Caitlin Clark mama know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
For real though.
No, but think about it, right? Like I always like to play one of these don't sound like the other, right? So if I say something like Steph Curry, Ja Morant, Halliburton, one of these is not like the other.
I agree.
Are they though?
I think Halliburton, he's talented, but he don't have that like impact.
But you'll take a Ja over.
That's not what I said. Those are two different conversations. I'm saying.
But you said one is not like the other though.
I would take Halliburton over Ja. No, I'm talking about popularity wise though, not game wise. Like I would take Halliburton over Ja Morant. But what I'm saying though is that when I think of superstar, it's somebody that they just transcend basketball. Like you think of them outside of basketball. So like if Hallie showed up on a TV show and they didn't announce like, yo, starring Tyrese Halliburton,
you wouldn't even know the name was there.
A lot of people would be like, who's that?
Tyler Perry actor.
The nigga was on WWE.
And Jalen Brunson.
How long ago was that? And Jalen Brunson plays in New York. And Jalen Brunson won a title in college.
And Jalen Brunson's dad played NBA.
Right. Like, so more people are going to know Jalen Brunson. Like, okay, like let's do a game real quick. Name a player and we'll decide if that's a superstar or not.
LaMelo Ball.
No.
Wow.
No, but he's close. You know what I'm saying? He just got to get on. Yeah, he just got to get on a winning team.
He got
Jaren Jackson.
No. Who?
No.
Rudy
Jackson
Gobert.
worse than Tito Jackson.
Oh no, not Jaren Jackson. Hell no.
Zach LaVine.
No.
Rudy Gobert.
No.
4-time defensive player of the year.
Hell
no. Butler.
Grandmas don't watch defense.
No.
Jimmy B's not a super.
You said Draymond?
No.
You said Draymond?
Is Draymond Green not a superstar?
No.
He might be. Well, he's not a superstar as far as the play on the court. He doesn't play like a superstar, but I think he's in a lot of households. I think people know who he is.
Is Damian Lillard a superstar?
No.
He's on the edge.
Is Klay Thompson still a superstar?
No. I don't think he ever was.
Wow.
It should have been though.
Because the way and this may be my flaw.
Is Jamal Murray?
This might be the flaw in my thought is that I believe that there can only be so many superstars at one time.
Yeah.
Like
Giannis is a superstar.
Yeah, Giannis is a superstar. You know what I mean? Like, you know, to a lesser degree, you could say Kawhi is a superstar to a lesser degree.
So what makes SGA a superstar over Hallie?
He's not a superstar.
I don't think he is.
I don't think so. SGA is not a superstar.
No, but I do think that the league is setting him up to become one. You know, with the commercials, he won MVP now, so he's gonna get a lot of notoriety that he didn't have before the season started.
Yeah,
it's just up to him to decide what to do with it.
It's the same as like James Harden though.
So Ant-Man's already a superstar.
I would say yes.
I think Ant is too. I think it's kind of like SG in that same vein as like James Harden to me. Like they're really good scorers, and they had like the spotlight in the moment, and the campaign was behind them to be superstar. But I don't look at them their game and say this is a superstars type, game, so to speak. It don't really translate to me. It don't really usurp by kind of what their team really needs at that moment. Their flaws and holes they show really usually in the playoffs for the most part.
Is Jalen Brunson a superstar?
No.
I would say he's closer than not, but I would still say no.
Yeah,
Jalen Brown is superstar.
Nah, he's not.
No, Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
Jason Tatum is though.
I think Brown is close. He probably might be the closest to. Again, he reminds me of Pippen. He's probably the closest to being a superstar out of all those guys. Jalen Brown.
Who?
Is Spider a superstar?
No.
Mitchell? Nah.
Is Trae Young a superstar?
Yes.
I think so.
Shockingly, yeah. I think Trae Young is a superstar, yes.
I say yes.
Because he carried to the East Conference Finals. That alone, to me, showed his superstar ability.
Period.
This is the fact that can he continue to do this with guys, better guys.
Well, I say yes because he has personality as well. So so you see people like sometimes on the court, like when you're playing ball, they do his little celebration and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like Halliburton is, I don't know, man. Like I think that if the Pacers won the championship this year and they started putting him in commercials and all that kind of stuff, I think that he could be polarizing enough because a lot of people look at him, for lack of better words, I ain't trying to diss, but they look at him in an RG3 kind of way. Like you corny and you try too hard.
Yeah.
So he might become the reverse superstar where you're a superstar just because people love to hate you or something like that.
Definitely. It's kind of like, look at his old social media videos that pop out of nowhere. He's mad silly.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I think he should embrace the silliness.
He's the after image of Jason Tatum.
Is Anthony Davis a superstar?
He was.
He was.
So Uncle Drew's not a superstar no more.
No, I think he is. I think Kyrie still is.
I think Kyrie's a superstar. Like he's one of those dudes that he transcends the game, and I mean he's not that different. I mean they're obviously not the same.
The whole movie,
but is James Harden a superstar?
He was.
He was.
Like he's your mama a superstar?
Yes, global superstar.
It's tough, bro. We ain't get enough to see. He ain't stay on the court.
He been that though. He been that before the NBA.
Yeah,
I know, but he had just got to the NBA to kind of, you know what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying with Melo. I feel like Melo might be, you know what I'm saying. Even if he was to, I feel y'all, as far as the NBA, but he was like that before the NBA. He was a sensation before that.
Yeah, true. But I'm just saying, like,
I don't think
we got a
everywhere though.
Sense of it. But
you said what happened?
We see him to his full yet, like his full potential yet, bro.
I don't think he was everywhere though. Like they had like the little Facebook show and whatnot, but
yeah,
I don't know anybody that watched it.
Not me,
bro. Baller Brand, come on, gang.
I love
that's his daddy though. That's not him. If anything,
Chino Hills, bro, come on, he put them on the map.
No. If anything, I would argue that Lonzo was the star.
I mean, I feel like
I would argue Lonzo was the star because Melo was still in high school when all that was popping off.
You know what I'm saying?
I just laugh at his dad all yelling at the nigga. That should be funny as shit, though. It reminded my dad how my dad is to me. Like we laugh all the time about this shit my dad used to say to me, like this crazy shit.
So can we?
he got the shoe deal. Like I don't know. He got the max deal. He got the shoe deal.
Got a shoe deal.
We could base
Cooper Flag might be he might be coming into the league as a superstar, bro.
Nah, I don't think he's a superstar yet.
Nah, I don't either.
Okay. The way they talk about him, I'm just saying. But that's about
stardom.
We're not talking about gameplay. Y'all said that. We're not talking about gameplay. We talking about stardom.
It's a difference. It's a difference. Cooper Flag still has to
prove it.
Certain bars, right? Like when LeBron came into the league,
he proved it.
Like regardless of what LeBron was going to do, Nike signed him to a $90 million deal before he stepped on an NBA court. So LeBron was going to have that microscope either way it goes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Cooper Flag, I think that, like, if he comes out next year and say he averages like 7 and 4.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying that he'll get forgotten about because people will be like, he was a rookie. Let's see it year 2. But if that year 2 doesn't take off, then I don't know if he has that staying power.
Agreed. There's other guys coming behind him, Paul, that might really take the shine away.
You got the Boozers and like in his own draft, you got Harper and Ace Bailey.
Ace Bailey, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. I think that if Ace Bailey can be something along what I think he can be, you know what I'm saying? I think he could get into that conversation too.
I just don't want him to be like Jabari.
Evan Mobley a superstar?
No.
I can see. I just hope he get on a good team that's gonna play him.
Yeah. No, Evan Mobley. I think he falls into that category of would people recognize him outside of being a tall dude?
He's Al Horford.
I can see that. To a certain extent. And Al Horford is not retiring, by the way.
He's not.
Okay.
He's coming back.
That's Calais Campbell foot. That's that Calais Campbell right
I like it. That's he in that PJ Brown role. I like that shit.
Hold it down.
Calais Campbell. Hey.
You done this Haslam role. You did?
You feel me? Except he gonna be on the court. You know
for sure.
For sure.
I think the fact that they lost made them a little more hungry. I'm telling y'all, I think Boston is not in a rebuild. I think they're in a reshuffle. Like they're gonna really go. I'm telling you, it's gonna remind you of that Bulls team when Jordan left. I'm telling you.
If I thought Jaylen Brown was good enough, then I would agree with you.
I do though. I think Jaylen Brown is good enough.
I don't know. That man's still dribbling off his foot.
He can't dribble, but
it's like year 8 now, and he's still.
if you bring enough, like if they keep they got to keep Derek White. You start Pritchard. You let Drew Holiday go. You let Porzingis go. If you bring in some more energy and some guys that can play alongside of him, bro, they're gonna be all right.
Man, unleash J.D. Davidson on these fools.
I think that we're gonna find out quick that having Jason Tatum there makes things a lot easier for him.
Oh, big time.
What if Boston make a play for Giannis?
Damn, that'd be crazy.
I don't think Giannis wanting to go there.
But Giannis want to win chips. That's the perfect spot for him to even just go try to win some chips.
They got to trade Brown if they do that.
Yeah, like you can't just.
But they could do that.
But I don't know. I don't know if
Milwaukee would want
that though. I don't know if Milwaukee would want that.
That's a downgrade.
If I'm Milwaukee and I'm giving up,
Brown.
Yeah, if I'm Milwaukee giving up Giannis and I'm not just concerned about draft picks and stuff like that, you got to give me a Jason Tatum level dude.
Facts.
You getting Jaylen Brown?
I'm about to say, that's what I heard. That's just what I heard. That's what I've been hearing.
Hey, tell me that last sentence that I just said. Did I say the name Jaylen Brown?
You said a Tatum level dude.
Okay, that's what I said.
Let me ask you this.
Jaylen Brown level dude.
Let me ask you this: if the Giannis package was Jaylen Brown, KP.
Thank you.
And Drew Holiday right now for Giannis.
No.
I say no.
Hell no.
I say no if I'm Milwaukee. Because
no.
Because if I'm Milwaukee, I want a player and I want picks.
I mean, but we just because I don't know what the picks like for them. So I'm just going off of player.
Well, that's why you want to trade them to a sorry like a team that either is sorry now and you can get picks now, or a team that's going to be sorry after he leaves,
like Sacramento.
But Giannis got more leverage going into this anyway.
No, he don't.
You don't think so?
No, this ain't the NFL. In the NFL, a player will threaten to hold out. You know what I'm saying? NBA players, I mean, their money is guaranteed, but like they got Giannis still for another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You either going to play or you going to sit on this bench.
That's it.
I mean, you don't think Giannis would sit on the bench to go?
So be it. If he willing to do it, so be it.
I think he loved the game too much. I don't think he would want to embarrass his family like that.
No, I think that
Anthony Nash is back too. That's why.
I don't think has Giannis ever held out. I don't see Giannis as the type of person that just I'm not gonna play basketball.
Nah,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so he don't have no leverage. Like, a lot of these NBA players don't have leverage. It's just that the teams fall back because they think about the future. So it's like, if I treat Giannis like this, if I go through this with Giannis, nobody else is going to come here.
So why Jimmy Butler make it look so easy?
Because Jimmy Butler has an old school owner that's still stuck in 1985.
Yep.
And it was about pride. He tried to play hardball, but he forgot that this is the social media era and not the fucking tabloid or the fucking interview era. And he thought that he could silence Jimmy Butler or
that shit don't work.
Grown man him or like pops him or some shit.
And Ronnie lost LeBron over his pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you lose LeBron, what the fuck is with Jimmy Butler?
But it goes back to the fact what I said before, like what I thought Saquon would have should have did. Like, Jimmy just got in the game and played like shit. That's what you should do. I'm gonna score 8 points a game. That's what y'all want me to do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be turning that bitch over. I'm not gonna shoot when I want to shoot.
Yeah, but then when you go to a good team, a good team like being with Steph, that's when that's supposed to kick in, and it don't.
Yes, but also if Jimmy Butler was say 4 or 5 years younger than he is right now, I don't know if that plays out the same way. But to Pat Riley, it's like, yo, you over the hill anyway.
35. I paid you like how many times you got paid? Twice?
Yeah, you gone. Pat Riley is about 2 words: respect and effort.
How old is Kawhi?
Kawhi is 33-ish, I want to say. Let me look.
He's like
Kawhi, yeah, he's 33. He'd be 34. He'd be 34 next month.
And Jimmy is 34.
And Jimmy's 35.
35.
When's his birthday, though?
They both old as hell, man.
No younger, dog. They not getting younger.
Jimmy Butler will be 36 by the time the season starts.
But who would y'all take right now? Kawhi or Jimmy?
If you're talking about equal health, I'm taking Kawhi all the time.
Me too.
For sure.
Kawhi showed me in the playoffs he got a little more left.
You know, like the thing with Jimmy Butler is that Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler knows, you know, he's been around Pat Riley for years now. So, you know what I'm saying, he knows what pushes Pat Riley's buttons, and you know, and how Pat Riley doesn't have the ability to, I don't know what the word is, but for lack of better words, he doesn't know how to adjust to the new school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Pat Riley's going to hold that line like an old football coach. He's just going to hold that line. This is my ship. I'm going to run it my way. And if you don't like it, there's the door. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like where a lot of these other owners are like, that's probably how I feel. But I can't talk to LeBron like that. I can't talk to Steph like that. Like, these are the guys that make me money. And the number one thing I care about is the money.
For sure.
Yeah, man. The Pat Riley situation, because I knew at the end of the day, Jimmy Butler was still gonna get what it was that he wanted.
Yeah, easy call.
The NBA players usually do. I mean, like Dame didn't, because Dame wanted to go to Miami.
Yeah.
But Portland was Portland was like, you can't make me take Tyler Hero.
Yeah, what they gonna give him though? Like, damn, like, come on, man. Like, I don't want Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson in the first. What is that?
But that's why I say Giannis want to go somewhere who want to win. He already said he trying to win chips. So for him, it's
Chicago,
like,
brother.
who gives him the best?
But this is my problem. Because I think NBA players just have a certain ego. Like, to be a great NBA player, you got to believe that you're the best. So I'm the type of dude, if I'm Giannis or somebody like that, anywhere you send me, we're winners.
Me too.
Like, I don't got to play with Luka and LeBron. I don't got to play with Kawhi and Harden.
I don't want to play with them niggas at all.
Like send me somewhere that got serviceable players.
That's right.
That are better than these bums in this locker room.
Yeah, that want to play.
Who's better than the Bucks?
A lot of teams are better than the Bucks.
Really?
Yeah. The Bucks are sorry, bro.
You gotta think. Gary Trent's a free agent. Lopez a free agent.
Brook Lopez, yeah.
Bobby Porter's a free agent. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of guys not gonna be on that team. You got Pat Connaughton, they don't even play. You know, you got Dame come off the injury. It's like they look bad.
Got
Kuzma, and you got Doc as your coach.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that who's coming to Milwaukee?
Come on now.
Like LeBron couldn't even get Wade and Bosh to come to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Who's coming to Milwaukee? And especially,
the relationship is rocky with the superstar.
I don't want to be disrespectful to the city of Milwaukee. But to Mike's point, why would I live in Milwaukee when I could live in the real thing?
Come on, man.
I could just go an hour and a half up the road to Chicago. Why would I go to Milwaukee?
Third major market in the NBA. Come on, man. Wake up. Giannis, come on to Chicago, dog. We here. Let's go.
Why would I go to Milwaukee?
Why wouldn't he go to Atlanta?
You're our stepdaughter. Come on, man. Like,
why doesn't anybody go to Atlanta? That's the question. Whether it's football or basketball. They don't support the team. Whether it's football,
it's the owners, bro. It's the owners, bro.
I was like right behind the bench. No, maybe like 3 rows behind the bench.
I got a theory.
I paid $125 for them tickets.
I got a theory about that.
Bro. Come on, bro.
I think Atlanta's too black.
I don't know about being. You think Arthur Blank ran their course?
No, I just think that Atlanta's too black. I think that channels like ESPN and things like that don't want to give Atlanta a certain attention or certain love because
I agree.
Once we get superstar players in Atlanta's the Mecca, man.
It's a hub. You got
like you know what I mean? Like they don't want Atlanta to blow up.
I watched what's called like the trannies? What's nigga name? Bobby Valentino. I watched that nigga walk. I'm like, shit, Bobby Valentino. What?
Yo, think about it though.
Atlanta really like that though.
Game, dog.
No, but think about it. If you get Atlanta popping, the Yankees gonna be fine. But nobody give a fuck about the Mets. You know what I'm saying? Like you get Atlanta popping, who gives a fuck about the Giants and Jets?
We'll talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like so on and so forth. Like you get Atlanta.
Shout out to the Braves. Sorry, what you're doing couldn't elevate.
You get Atlanta popping, you say fuck the Cubs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you get Atlanta popping, you can't do nothing about the Knicks per se, but the Nets ain't getting off the ground.
Hell no. You got diehard. I know diehard motherfucking Mets fans, dog. They wishing and hoping that they can get back to that. They got back to
that. Isn't Philly black though? Wouldn't you think Philly be more black?
No, because Philly is still big enough on its own. You know what I mean? Like
they got Eagles.
Philly's the 5th biggest city in the country.
Yeah, they got Eagles.
So as far as attention and TV, they got to talk about Philly because Philly's too big not to talk about. Atlanta is big within Atlanta, but it's not necessarily.
Atlanta's culture is black as fuck.
But it's not. But it's not. Atlanta's not necessarily a big city, like you know what I mean. Like when we talk about New York, Chicago, LA, Atlanta is not like the others.
Atlanta is definitely the black Mecca. Philly, like I said, Atlanta's culture is like Outkast and hip hop stuff. Like Philly's culture is Rocky and fucking.
So how y'all feel about Atlanta?
You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta. Just for reference, Atlanta is number 36 as far as the biggest cities. So they don't got to talk about Atlanta for real. But you know, you got what? I'm surprised though. I'm surprised that Phoenix doesn't get more attention. You know, like I think it's the 4th biggest city, 5th biggest city.
Because the teams suck now, bro.
I know, but it's just.
But
weird.
the Cardinals is out there though. The Cardinals is still keeping Arizona just relevant into the world of sports. But the Suns,
shout out to Kyler Murray, man.
Trash.
Man boy. Man boy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying though. Like when you really, really look at it, there's not there just isn't that many big cities to focus on. And I don't know why dudes won't go to Atlanta. Like, why didn't Melo go to Carmelo? Why didn't he go to Atlanta?
Who knows?
Why didn't he go to Chicago or Detroit? God damn it.
Well, he went home. You know what I'm saying? He a New York boy, so that's where he wanted to go.
New Yorker.
But I'm talking about after New York, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, all it takes is one. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is like one.
We need one player in Chicago. That's all we need, bro. We're gonna be good. Kaminga, hope you're hearing this. Cups in the game. Bring your ass.
I'm telling you, man. I like Kaminga and Trae Young in Brooklyn, man.
I can dig it.
Stack the team up, man. Hell yeah.
Could you imagine putting Trae Young in Brooklyn for real though, and the Knicks Nets games? Come on, man. That's must see TV, man.
Bro. Every time he goes to the medicine, we shooting craps, nigga. We shooting craps.
Must see TV, man. Must see TV.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. So, like, if I'm gonna do like Giannis, you know what I'm saying? As long as you have a team of functional players, I should be able to go there and win.
Yeah. So he go to Detroit.
Yes.
Of course.
I don't think he would, but yes.
I mean, he should.
Him and Cade Cunningham, that's tough.
They was in
the playoffs. That makes them a contender. They was in the playoffs.
No, I don't think.
But who you again?
You don't think
you getting rid of Giannis out of the Kumbo? Who you gonna get in return?
I think Giannis is looking.
Who you gonna sell to the fan base?
I think
Beasley,
Isaiah Stewart.
No, beef stew. You know what I'm saying? No. If you're calling me for Giannis,
I need the farm, nigga. I need everybody.
I might ask for Cade Cunningham, knowing that you ain't gonna give him to me, but I just gotta ask.
Between Houston and Detroit.
I would say Houston. I would say
got more pieces. They got Jalen Green. You can sell Jalen Green.
Not only that, Mike.
Steven Adams too.
But Houston also has players that are tied to money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
Is on a $90 million contract. So that's easy to throw in, or Van Vliet, that's easy to throw in there to make it match.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit's gotta like give up like
the farm
5 players, probably 2 picks or something.
2 picks, yep, 2 first-round picks, back to back.
But if I was Milwaukee and I were to call Detroit, and I know I'm not getting Cade, but it starts with Jaden Ivey and Asar.
Absolutely.
It starts with those 2.
Yep, 100.
That's
do you think
I might go out there
the Pistons might say no.
Do you think the Rockets pull the move though?
They might.
Out of all the teams that's in
they might because they got something because they got something that Detroit doesn't. They got a top 10 pick in the draft too,
and they got Reed Shepherd who hiding that the league don't know about yet.
Yeah, Reed Shepherd. Like so, if I'm Milwaukee and I called them, I want Reed. I want your pick number 10 this year. I want one of Van Vliet or Dylan Brooks, and I want Jabari Smith at the very least.
Big facts, definitely Jabari Smith
at the very least. You know, I might even ask for Amen.
And that's a fair trade.
What are you giving? You just giving Giannis up? Is it just Giannis?
Just Giannis.
Just Giannis.
Just Giannis. Maybe you can get a filler player like a AJ Green or somebody like that. That
he can shoot too.
That makes like $3 million or something like that. But it's pretty much just Giannis. Like I might even waive, like whenever you send me the person with Giannis, I might even waive them.
Yeah.
That's tough. Hell yeah.
And
just like Utah did to Brody.
Yeah, buy him out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like there's places for Giannis to go.
That trade sounded really fair to me. I don't know how y'all felt about it. That felt like a fair trade.
I like it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would probably choose Van Vliet over Dylan Brooks. But I don't think it really matters. You're just trying to get the money to match.
Yeah.
And you might buy them out mid-season. And like if it's Van Vliet, you might buy him out mid-season so he can go to a contender anyway.
Yeah.
Couldn't Cleveland do the same thing?
They might.
No,
because you could give up Garland.
You'd have to come up
Allen.
No, maybe you could get Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
You'll keep Allen and give up Mobley.
It might probably 100.
Yeah, but I don't know if Jared Allen's necessarily there next year anyway, though.
See Jared Allen moving?
You giving up Garland also?
If I got to, I will, because I don't want that motherfucker.
Hell no.
I don't. Let me see. Jared Allen's on a 3-year, $90.7 million contract. He's a free agent. Oh, he's not a free agent until 2029. I thought it was closer than that.
That's tough.
So Evan Mobley right now is on a 5-year. Let's see, 224, and he's not a free agent until 2030.
Gee, you can still make moves with either or. You can make moves with either or.
Mm-hmm.
I would let Allen go. Keep Mobley instead.
But the problem is if you're Cleveland and you make that trade, I mean, if you're Milwaukee and you make that trade, you might not get nothing else. Because Mobley makes enough money that you could probably trade him for Giannis straight up. That's the key. You got to find a team that has good players but you can get multiple, because like I said, for Giannis, you want the farm.
Big facts.
If you could get 3 to 4 players, you want a pick or 2 with it.
That's why I be saying y'all feel like it's a lot of teams that can afford Giannis right now.
No, a lot. I mean, it's a couple.
I think that for a player like Giannis, you just make it happen.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand what the Bulls were doing. Like, why would you trade LaVine and, in several years and DeMar? You could have just traded both of them niggas for Giannis.
Yeah, like for example, right?
That shit was stupid as fuck to me. I don't understand.
If I'm a team like Golden State, right? I could give up, and I know they wouldn't do this, but I could give up Draymond and Moody with 2 or 3 first-round picks. And then if you're Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like those probably aren't like players that you want to build around per se. But you get that. And then Jimmy Butler plays another 2 years?
Yeah.
Steph plays another year or 2. Yeah. Then you got picks to play with. That's going to be in the lottery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, because I think as fans, we look at these things like, how can the team get better right now?
Exactly. What if he go to Memphis?
Milwaukee ain't trying to get better right now, per se.
What if he go to Memphis?
I think so. I called that.
What if he go play with Ja?
I called Memphis. I've said this before. I think they got enough guys, dog. I think to sell it.
So you're probably looking at Jaren Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You might have to ask for Bane.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then a couple of picks.
Yeah.
If you Memphis.
Oh, sign me up. Yeah. If I'm Memphis, sign me up.
Telling you, they got enough right there. And you could throw in one of the white boys.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Scottie Pippen Jr. in the mix. I'm telling you, they have enough to still be a good team.
And plus, the other part of it is that if you're Milwaukee, you ain't going to get, I guess I'll call it fair value, because these teams know that you got to trade Giannis or that he's asking for a trade or whatever. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's the other thing that these NBA players do. They hurt their teams because they ask for the trade, and it's like, well, you got to trade them. Like,
you got to.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what like Jerry does in reverse. He'll tell guys like, yeah, we're not going to re-sign this guy. It's like, well, my nigga, like, okay, well, the value's good. That's why we traded Mark Cuban for a 5th. Mm-hmm. Cleveland knew we wasn't gonna re-sign him. So it's like, I don't understand why you even talk about this shit. Right. But the players, since I get it, it's a leveraging piece. It's like, okay, they know I'm just running. I don't want to be. And Giannis been hinting to that shit for a couple of years now. So it's like, ain't no secret. We know.
Yeah.
Over under on Giannis going to a small market team versus a big market team.
I don't think it matters.
So I know that he brought up Miami, or they say that his camp brought up Miami, the Knicks, Brooklyn, and I forgot what the other team was, but he wants to go to one of those mega markets, but I just don't know how it works, because like if you were to trade with the Clippers, for example, what the Clippers going to give you?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? Paul George ain't on the Clippers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? But if it was the Lakers, right? You probably got to give up Austin Reeves and Rui. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I don't know what else. Like, you know what I mean? And
LeBron.
and the Lakers don't
fucking Austin Reeves and Rui. Hell no.
But the Lakers don't have picks though. You know what I'm saying? That's the other thing. The Lakers don't have picks. So if it's Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, Cam Johnson, maybe Cam Thomas, and picks. You know what I mean? But like, is that exciting you as if you're the GM or owner of Milwaukee, is that exciting you?
Hell no.
But Giannis, anywhere they, like y'all say, anywhere that Giannis go, it's more just like it's a kind of like done deal. So it's like The smaller market teams will probably put more emphasis to land Giannis because they can give more.
And if I'm the Knicks, it might be something like Mikal,
Mitch Robinson.
Yeah, Mikal, Mitch Robinson, and some picks. You know, and if I'm Milwaukee, I might tell you, fuck Mitch Robinson. You might have to throw the best center on your roster in there. Give me Josh Hart.
Josh Hart in Milwaukee. That's tough.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like with all this stuff that we've been talking about with this, the aprons and all that stuff. We're gonna see a lot of teams that we don't recognize over the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I want Giannis to go somewhere where it'd be like, oh shit.
I mean, it's a bit cleansing in the NBA. You're gonna see like, you know, KD gonna leave, Steph gonna leave. You know, I'm looking to see who the next superstars are gonna kind of carry the league. You know,
Ali is turning into a superstar, bro. We was watching it in the making.
Who? He is.
Who?
Halliburton.
Oh, Halliburton?
Yeah, he is.
We'll see. I'm not so. We'll see. He got to be more consistent. I think he's good and very talented. He's definitely do things.
But he's got things that people that we look at in a certain way don't even have. Like he's got more playoff moments than a lot of people that we would say is better than him.
True.
Man, it'd be called overrated.
I don't think overrated though. Nah, he ain't overrated. I just think he needs to be more consistent.
No, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's just getting to the show.
Yeah.
You know, because remember last year he was coming on and I was telling Cups like, yo, watch out for this dude. And then he got hurt. And then when he came back and he was still hurt, Cups was like, this dude ain't shit. Like, don't talk to me about no Halliburton. He was like, the only Halliburton he said the only Halliburton I know is Dick Cheney's company.
I don't recall.
Oh, now you don't recall.
I don't recall.
He was even making up stuff that I didn't even say. Like Halliburton come out there and have a bad game, and he'd be like, and y'all think he better than Ice Trey. And ain't nobody say that.
All right, bro. You niggas can't act like that. When niggas can't act like that conversation ain't spark about nowhere.
It floated out there a couple times. I agree. I don't know who said it though. I don't know. Not two guys said it. I'm just saying I don't know who said it, but somebody said it for sure.
But that was because we already know that Trae Young was the litmus test for every young guard or every guard coming out.
That's your litmus test. That ain't my litmus.
No, he was the litmus. He was the litmus test.
You know what I'm saying? But like y'all be doing that stuff that Adam be doing. Like Adam will watch like Sports Center or some shit and be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, so y'all think Giannis better than LeBron now? Like, who said that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop watching.
Yo, Sports Center is disgustingly bad, dog.
Stop watching Stephen A and blaming us.
All right, man. We about to pivot, guys. I got a list.
For shizzle.
I have a list.
Who I got tonight, though? Hold on. Who I got tonight?
I got pace cars, man.
Okay, word.
You already know.
Indiana Jones.
I got Vegas. I got whatever Vegas say. I got Vegas.
You know, you know the Scott Foster, the extension protocol.
They got to hit that Buffalo Wild Wings button.
Yeah, real talk.
I got the Pacers 113-107.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I got the Pacers in a route 117-87.
Oh shit!
Damn. Okay. They on there. They on the track right now. So
you can give me the Pacers. You can give me the Pacers. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a close game. You can give me Pacers with an 8.
I got Halliburton selling tonight.
Spread.
And I got Neesmith selling tonight. So just so we clear. They're going to sell. Both of them niggas going to sell.
And they're going to go up 3-0. You know what I'm saying?
All right, here we go. Are you gentlemen ready?
We're ready.
Always.
Since the year 1990.
Okay.
Only 4 teams have had at least 3 players average at least a dub
on touchdowns?
Any association?
Oh.
So 3 players on the same team averaging 20?
Yes.
Okay.
Damn.
3 players on the same team averaging 20.
20 to 1990?
So 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with I don't know what year, but one of those KD OKC teams.
No.
Okay.
Give me one of those Boston teams with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen.
No.
That's a good guess, but I don't think they got
Give me the Suns in 93.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good.
That was a good one, though. All right, let's see. All right, give me the Clippers with Paul George and Kawhi.
No, I'm gonna give y'all an hint. I apologize because I didn't read the list.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All 4 of these are the same teams, but they're all different eras. Believe it or not, I'm sorry. It's okay. So
it's 1990.
Since 1990.
So we gotta guess. So we gotta guess the team and the era.
No,
is it the Lakers?
No, but it is a West Coast team.
Okay.
Spurs.
No.
Heat.
Who?
The Heat.
West Coast.
You said the Heat?
Yeah, bro.
It's a Western team, bro. Western.
West Coast.
The Sacramento Kings
is one of them. 2013 with DeMarcus Cousins averaging 22, Thomas averaging 20.3, and Rudy Gay averaging 20.
Ooh, okay.
New Orleans Pelicans.
Who was the Thomas? On
Isaiah.
That
had to be Isaiah.
Yeah, it got to be Isaiah. The New Orleans Pelicans.
No. West Coast, like really West Coast.
Oh, West Coast. Okay, Phoenix got to be on there then. Let me see, what team am I thinking though?
Golden State Warriors. In 1990, it was Mullen with 25, Mitch Richmond with 23, and Hardaway with 22.
Run TMC.
In 2007, it was Baron Davis with 21, Monte Ellis with 20, and Jackson with 20. Who was that, Jackson?
That run.
Steven Jackson. That's Captain Jack. When that was the year that they beat Dallas in the first round.
Yeah, that was that run, that little Baron run.
When Dirk won 67 games in MVP.
And then
is the Magic on there?
No, he said
Western Conference.
My bad, bro.
It was yo, you
Look
said 2 Florida teams back to back.
I'm just thinking of niggas who go with.
I respect it, though.
Bro.
All right, I got one for you, Cup. I got one for you. What about the Portland Trailblazers?
All four of them were Warrior teams. I'm telling you right now. The other 2 were both the KD teams with this 2016-2017 with Curry getting 25, Durant getting 25, and Thompson getting 22. And then the next season with Curry getting 26, Durant getting 26, and Thompson getting 20.
It was only 2 West Coast teams.
All 4 teams were Warrior teams.
Okay. So that was all 4 then. That was all 4.
That's what you're saying. My next is about to be the Mavs, though.
That was
when
the
they
worst
had Finley, Dirk, and Nash.
Yeah, Run TMC, bro. Representing.
Shout out to Mitch Richmond. You heard?
One of the most underrated dudes ever.
I'm trying to get my original question because I know it had more variety.
Come on, Mercedes. I'm watching wrestling.
Oh, word.
My man said Miami, Orlando.
Let my dog live, man. Let my dog live.
Well,
I was waiting for him. I'm
thinking niggas who just dropping 20, bro, in general.
I was waiting for him to start tripping and just say Jacksonville out of the blue.
The Jaguars, goddammit.
Give me 1 second.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Just naming every city. Daytona.
Ohio
at the 500.
That shit crazy.
I'm gonna head to the Indy 500 one time.
Oh, I gotta go there once.
You know what I'm saying?
Or Talladega.
Yo, Mitchell Robinson got 4 and 3 already. Come on, Mitchell. Let's go. You know he's starting now with Josh Hart. Little known fact. Nobody. Yeah. Well, 2-5 told me that yet.
Yeah.
Yep. I said, okay. I didn't see that one coming.
If the Pacers
right to the books, Chris Jones, right in there. Mitchell over 5 points.
Pacers sweep the Knicks. And Halliburton gets the MVP and go into this finals and go game 6 with OKC. Is then he a superstar?
Yes. Unquestioned.
I don't know.
Unquestionable.
If he bring
a chip to the Pacers,
no, they still got to get him in commercials and stuff because like a lot of these dudes that we're considering superstars, they got their own shoe and stuff too.
Yeah, but when you win a chip, bro, you already in commercials.
And you beat the Knicks, and you beat OKC.
You the champs, bro. When you the champ,
winning a championship doesn't automatically make you a superstar, though.
Bro,
Tony Parker got a Finals MVP, and I don't know if he was ever a superstar.
Is Jalen Hurts a superstar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When did he become a superstar?
I think he became a superstar the first Super Bowl against Mahomes.
Yeah, me too. Okay. When he lost the jump.
Is Brock Purdy a superstar?
No.
Is Trevor Lawrence a superstar?
No. I think they want him to be, and as soon as they have any kind of success, he'll get shot into superstardom.
Is Caleb Williams a superstar?
No, but I think that he's as close as you can be without winning anything.
Is
Jaden Daniels not yet?
That's tough.
I found the next list whenever y'all ready.
We ready.
All right.
Oh, backstabber.
Here we go. In NBA history, there have been different cases where one team had 25 points. Can we guess some notable teams that have had players average 25 in the same season?
So 2 players averaging 25.
Yes.
Warriors with KD and Steph.
No.
Big Zebo and Rudy Gay.
What?
In Memphis.
So averaging 25.
Big Zebo and Rudy Gay.
No. Zebo ain't never averaged no damn 25.
Chill, bro.
All right. How about let's go with LeBron and Wade?
No.
Pearson Allen.
Let's see, 25 and 25. And this is any time, right? This is not like a certain time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with Run TMC. Let's go with Run TMC.
Oh, okay.
No.
Go OKC, Russ and Paul George.
Oh, how we ain't say Shaq and Kobe?
Facts. That's tough.
They had 3 seasons where they both averaged at least 25.
Tim Duncan and Parker?
No.
Russ and KD?
No.
Embiid and Harden?
No.
Melo and Iverson?
Well, yeah, no. I'm sorry. That Warriors team did. It was Curry. Those 2 years, yeah, Curry and Durant did average 25 and 26 respectively.
All right.
Melo and Iverson.
No.
What's the question?
2 teams that have had 2 players average 25 in the same season.
25. Shit.
Yeah, we already got Shaq and Kobe, and we got KD and Steph. Did Giannis and Dame do it?
I think Dame had like 22. I think.
No.
I thought they might have did it last
Dame
year.
and CJ McCollum?
CJ having no 25. Hell no. Hell no. I bet Pippen ain't on that list. Sorry ass nigga.
Damn.
Why you going
okay.
They act like they're a duo in the same area. Like they're not the same. It's Jordan. That nigga's a sidekick. You heard?
Dwight and Turkoglu.
Would I be cheap? No. Would I be cheap if I said LeBron and Luka?
I think you onto something.
I don't think that. Which one of them averaged?
I think LeBron might average like 23 this year.
Oh, yeah. Did he fall down? Okay.
A little bit. Not like, but
yeah.
I know you're not saying that. I'm just, not just normal 25.
What about Jalen Brunson and Cat?
I don't think they average 20.
Cat be bullshitting. Cat be averaging like 20 points a game and shit. Goofy shit. It's going to be tough, yo. I don't know.
All right, let's see.
Two lethal niggas like that, 25 or 25 is crazy.
I know.
What about Sabonis and DeMar? Probably no.
How about Kyle Lowry and DeRozan?
Was Kyle Lowry a 25-point dude?
I don't think so.
What about? All right,
Cup. Oh yeah, he was like close to like 20, 23, but I don't think he was like 25.
What about Paul George and Kawhi?
No.
The Clippers.
All right, let's
see.
I
think this is it. Okay. All right, here we go. Yep. This is a good one. All right, so now I do have a better list. I mean, it's the same one, but I'm talking about a better way to look at the numbers. Okay. So one example of 1 year is 86 Celtics. Bird averaged 28. McHale averaged 26.
God damn.
That's crazy. Shout out to Bird.
And also shout out to 2-5 because he did. Well, no, he tried to say the Heat. Oh yeah, LeBron in 2010, LeBron had 26 and D Wade had 25.
So Magic and James Worthy is on that list.
I don't think Magic ever averaged 25.
There is a Denver Nugget on this list.
What?
Melo, bro.
Jokic and Jamal Murray.
No. El Residente.
Melo
what's happening?
And
Go back.
Oh, she about to hit Stone. Not the
Alex English.
Kiki Vandeweghe.
Kiki Vandeweghe.
That was they did that in 82-83 where Alex averaged 28 and Kiki averaged 26, and then in 83-84 Kiki averaged 29. Kiki averaged 29 and Alex averaged 26.
He don't get enough credit either. He never really talked about like that.
I got his jersey on my wall.
Yes, sir.
What about damn, I just had some names in my head and I forgot them now.
Shout out to honorable mention.
How about Kareem and Worthy?
Kareem and Magic?
No.
Kareem and Worthy.
Nope.
No, I don't think Magic ever averaged 25.
Nah, me neither.
Oh, Mercedes got her.
Barkley and somebody.
Shout out to 2019-2020 Houston Rockets. James Harden averaged 34 and Russell Westbrook averaged 27.
Okay. I like that one.
It shouldn't even count.
You said it shouldn't count?
No, Russ wasn't even there the whole year, was he?
I thought he was.
No, I thought they traded him for Capella at the.
I thought that was the second year. I thought that was like the second year.
It might have been. It might have been.
Let's fact check.
Let's see. Let's see. Let me think about this. So
there is a throwback Laker on there, but it's not Magic and Worthy. 2019, 2020, Russell Westbrook played 57 games for the Houston Rockets, and he averaged 27.2. He was an all-star. He was third team All-NBA.
Yeah, that was he got traded for Capella.
That was a good year.
That was probably his last good year. Let's see who we got.
No, it's okay, 2-5. You can own that one. You can own it.
Kyrie and Luka. Kyrie and
LeBron.
No. There is a LeBron team on here though. Wait, did I say it already?
Oh
no, we already said LeBron and Wade. If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah, we said that.
I'm about to say, don't act like nobody else on that list.
What about Wade and Shaq didn't do it.
Another Laker team?
Because Wade didn't come on until the finals.
Yep. There was some 64, 65 Laker team.
How about to say Bob?
Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain.
No, Jerry West and Elgin Baylor.
Jerry West and Elgin Baylor.
It'd be like, I would have been saying Jerry West. I'd have been like the local man and somebody.
So check this out.
Was Mike right? Jerry West and Elgin Baylor?
So yeah, in 1961, Elgin Baylor averaged 38.
Bro, Elgin Baylor don't get enough credit, but that nigga was a man child.
Facts.
Elgin Baylor averaged 38 and Jerry West averaged 30. And in 62, the next season, Elgin Baylor averaged 34 and Jerry West averaged 27. And hold on, I'm not done. The next year in 64, Jerry West averaged 31 and Elgin Baylor averaged 27.
If Elgin Baylor gets like 2 rings, he in my top 5. But he just don't have the rings. He never won a ring.
Is Wilt Chamberlain and Rick Barry on there?
Good question.
There is a Wilt Chamberlain, but it's not with Rick Barry.
Okay.
Is it a Walt Frazier in that joint?
Is it Wilt in Elgin Baylor?
Might be.
Nope, not Wilt and Elgin Baylor.
Wilton. Damn it, Jerry West.
Nope.
Wilton Bob McAdoo.
Nope.
Wilton Gil Goodrich.
Nope.
Y'all know y'all are throwing names out.
All
right. Well, how about let me switch it up. How about Kareem and Oscar Robertson?
I like that one.
There is not a Kareem on this jump.
You are lying.
No Kareem, you say.
You are lying.
The closest one.
He never was one of the best niggas ever. Never.
The closest one. Because I'm looking at the way that this is formatted is the 20 highest scoring teammates in the same season. They tell you by combined average, and they have the closest one is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 72, averaging 30, and Bob Dandridge averaging 20.
Who the fuck is Bob Dandridge?
Bob Dandridge. He was getting buckets, so we know.
But the one with Wilt Chamberlain was in 1960, where Chamberlain averaged 38 and Paul Arizin averaged 23 for the Philadelphians.
I don't know.
Damn,
I don't know.
Even give us a chance to guess that. Damn.
I don't even know who the fuck Wilt was playing with in the 60s.
I know who it is. I was going to say Al Littles at first, and then I was going to say Horizon. That was my next guess.
Well, you got another shot. There's another name you haven't mentioned. In 65, Wilt Chamberlain averaged 33, and this player averaged 22.
So 1965. All right, hold on.
It's the same. You guys are showing your age.
Hey, man, you know.
And while you're looking that up,
I'm proud of my age.
So hold on. So 1965, he would have been a Laker still, but then he might have been a Laker still, but then he got traded, I think.
He was still with a Warrior at this. No, he was a 76er. They were 76ers.
Okay. So Wilt. Let me make sure my wrestling's still playing in the background. There we go. Let's see. Wilt and you said no to Rick Barry already.
The initials is HG.
Hal
Greer. Average 22.7.
Hal Greer, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let me give an honorable mention.
Hey, how about Dr. J and Moses Malone?
Is not on this list.
I like that one too.
Damn. Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson?
Nope.
Probably not.
Probably Ralph Sampson though.
Honorable mention: the 2006 Denver Nuggets. Carmelo 28, and this player had 24.
I said AI, you fool. I bet said Melo and AI like 30 times.
But they ain't had 25 apiece.
What about Kenneth Faried, the Manimal?
Nope.
It ain't Kenyon Martin. It ain't Kenyon Martin.
It ain't Gallinari.
Is it Kenyon Martin?
The Gallinari? I was hold on. It was Gallinari. I'm like, hold on.
No, it was AI.
Oh, AI.
That's what
I
said. That's what I'm saying.
AI averaged 24.8.
He just said that shit too.
Yeah, you rounding up. You rounding up. That's why. Okay.
It don't matter.
I was like, hold up. He didn't average 25. Like
I've been said it.
Kmart averaged 25. I'm like, damn, I missed that shit.
I missed that year. I was asleep. Oh, speaking of missing a year, Cowboy Mike, 1984 Chicago Bulls.
Oh, is that George Gervin?
No, it is not.
84. Hold on.
It ain't Jordan. Orlando
Woolridge.
It is Michael Jordan with 28.2. Orlando Woolridge with 22.9.
Ain't that some shit? Orlando Woolridge.
Orlando Woolridge was killing shit though.
Orlando Woolridge. Oh man.
All right, let's get some of these years y'all didn't get. We already said Kobe and Shaq. We said Harden and Westbrook. Okay, honorable mention, the 2011, and I know one of y'all probably said it, but it didn't count. But the 2011 Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, that was me that said it.
KD with 28, Russell Westbrook with 23.6. But they were also mentioned again. 2013, 2014. KD with 32.
Cup. What about is Artis Gilmore and Jordan on that list too?
Nope.
No,
I would have thought 80. I thought 87 he played with the Bulls.
I think Artis was old by then though.
He still was averaging about 20 something, if I'm not mistaken. My bad,
Ben Wallace and Rick Hillman.
Ben Wallace, seriously?
My bad, bro.
I don't think Ben Wallace ever averaged 13.
Honorable mention, y'all might like this one. Oh, y'all definitely gonna like these next two. Honorable mention.
Just give us the year.
2005 76ers.
2000.
The AI and Iggy year.
No, but Iggy might be one of them though.
Yeah, 2005.
Iggy and El Goski.
It ain't Chris Webber.
It is Chris Webber with 20 points, and AI had 33.
See where was still in the mid range.
I'm confused. I thought we were doing both teammates average 25.
Yeah, I mean we don't already exhausted that, but this I said honorable. These are honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Now, see, Webber still getting it in with the two. He had no legs though. His shit was crazy though.
Yeah.
And the next honorable mention is the 94 Orlando Magic.
Shaq and Penny.
Shaq with 29. Anthony Hardaway with 20.9.
Anthony Hardaway, dog.
That might have been the year that the free throws happened to Nick Anderson.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's basically the list. Well, all right. So we got the 2015 Warriors and the 91 Bulls.
Jordan and Pippen, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that year.
Jordan averaged 30. Pippen averaged 21.
Finally woke the fuck up.
Yeah, that was the first championship year.
Yeah, he finally woke up. But look, in that series though, people don't give Sam Perkins enough credit.
Yeah, he hit the game winner in game 1. The only game that they won.
Yep, only game. Magic had 33 in that game. Went crazy. But yeah, I watched that series again. That series was closer than people really realized too.
It was.
It was very nip and tuck.
That's what I say about the Spurs and Cavs. Like, even though it was a sweep, a couple of those games went right down to the like the Knicks and Pacers. Like, it was just like that.
Tony Parker made a whole lot of plays in that. Bro, how is Tony Parker not a Hall of Famer in my opinion?
Yeah, he won Finals MVP off of that.
It's crazy, bro. Like even Ginobili with the hair, like that era alone was crazy.
Look at Lethal's guy Halliburton coming out with the 1 for 2 at the end of the first quarter.
Chill, bro.
What Halliburton numbers look like? He gonna sell it, I'm telling y'all.
Cups don't even give a fuck that that Jalen Brunson came out with 11 in the first quarter.
Don't even give a damn.
He don't even give a fuck.
Yo, that nigga, Karl-Anthony Towns got no points, bro. He's the rigger tonight, I'm telling y'all.
He's a rigger tonight.
He's a rigger tonight, bro.
He got no say points. He is a sleeper agent.
5 rebounds. I got him for 5 rebounds.
Hey, I'm telling you, playoff Nembhard is the new playoff Jimmy Butler.
I'm telling you, bro. If I'm the Bulls, I'm going after Nembhard, bro. He's my number one guy.
Who gonna be playoff?
How about you want Giannis number one?
Who gonna be playoff?
You know what I mean? Y'all don't think
playoff Iggy. That's who I give me playoff Iggy.
Yeah, okay.
Playoff
yeah, okay.
Playoff Iggy got an MVP.
Yeah, okay.
Playoff Iggy got a Finals MVP.
Playoff Iggy wasn't even starting in that series until that happened.
I'm trying to get this. Trying to get
time
this.
For some action. Time for some action.
Is Iggy a Hall of Famer?
No,
he will be.
They're gonna retire his jersey. I'm like, what the fuck?
He will be because he has a.
They're retiring anybody's shit now, dog.
I think Finals MVP is one of those automatic things that get you in.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, because it's the basketball. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's the basketball Hall of Fame. I get it.
Yeah, if it was NBA, he's not a Hall of Famer.
No. What is basketball? I feel you.
I mean, he didn't even have that great of a college career, right? Like,
no, not really.
You know,
he go to Arizona.
But he was balling with the Sixers, bro. Even when AI left, bro.
Yeah, but he was like shooting like barely 40%.
Like Jerry Stackhouse to me. It's like, come on, man.
Would you take Iggy over Shawn Marion?
No.
Maybe.
Not the Matrix. Hell no.
Maybe.
Damn.
If I gotta watch that dude shoot every day, that's enough for me to take Iggy right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
he had the little raptor jumps, dog.
Yeah, just to not see that jump shot.
Kenny Pickett jumps. That shit be crazy, dog. That shit quick as hell too. You ain't getting nowhere near that shit.
Would you take Turkoglu over Iggy?
Nope. I'm taking Turkoglu all day long.
Nah, I might
say Turkoglu.
I'm taking Turkoglu all day long.
I mean, I'll take Turkoglu if I need somebody taken out.
Sacramento Turkoglu too.
As you know, that motherfucker looking for Enes Kanter or Enes Freedom, whatever his name is.
Where Enes Freedom at? They got him out the league that quick. Get your ass out of here, nigga.
Turkoglu looking for that man. They said Turkoglu gonna put them slugs in him when he found them.
I believe it.
No, I'm being serious.
That's for their country type.
No, he's the Turkish. He's a part of the Turkish cabinet.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's part of the government now.
Yeah, and they're looking for him. That's why his ass is over here. Like he ain't going back.
That nigga there, I'm free.
No,
he's
I'm
a U.S. citizen now.
Going back to Turkey. I don't even know if he still eat turkey.
Probably not. I'd be hiding in a cave somewhere, nigga. All that money,
baloney these days,
nigga. I had the best bunker of all time, nigga. Shit. I'd be in a cave every day, nigga. I would go above ground and look up and shit.
Yo, imagine telling your boys that Hedo Turkoglu is looking for you.
That shit crazy. Yo, Hedo got 100 on my head top, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? When you going back home when Hedo die.
The whole regime on my neck. I'm cool.
That's tough.
Hey, yo, who would you rather have coming after you, like Hedo or Marvin Harrison?
No, Marvin Harrison looks scary, though. I don't know what the fuck that nigga going.
Bro.
Marvin nigga looks with it, bro. Crazy. Marvin Jr.
Down, bro.
Did y'all see
that? Marvin walked him down, bro.
Marvin Harrison looks insane, though. He like DK Metcalf, bro.
Shit, playing, bro. I'm telling you, Hedo coming after people, man.
All right, here we go. I got one more.
We're Mehmet Okur. You know what I'm saying?
Mehmet Okur, man. That's the name.
Wasn't Ashik from Turkey too?
Yep. Ashik was they pay Ashik. I still don't even know why the Bulls paid this nigga that much money, though. And then he went right. I think traded him in 2 years to New Orleans Pelicans out the league. Done. He cashed out.
I'm gonna get y'all with this one.
Amir Ashik.
Since 1990, can y'all list 3 teams where 2 players averaged at least 9 boards in the same season.
Since what year?
1990.
You've been on your shit too, Cubs. I'll give you some credit, goddamn.
Westbrook and Steven Adams.
You've been on your shit.
Ooh, good one. Out the
that
gate.
Is a good one.
I like Rondo and KG.
That's tough. This Steven Adams averaged 10. I don't even think Steven Adams was averaging a double-double when Westbrook was doing all that shit, bro. Keep it a buck with you.
Damn.
I'm just thinking in general.
Nah, that was a good jump though. It's not on the list that I got here in front of me, but that is a good jump.
What about Rodman?
Yeah, no, hold on, wait, bro. Look, check this shit out. I told y'all. This nigga never averaged more than 10 boards until 2021. With his first year with Memphis is when he averaged 10 boards for the first time.
Damn, first year with Memphis? That's crazy.
Hey, what about Zebo and Gasol?
Not on this list that I have. No.
Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan.
No.
Dennis Rodman when he played for the Spurs, but I don't know who the second person would be.
David Robinson.
Oh yeah, David Robinson. There you go.
No,
okay, check this out. The Spurs did do it twice. 2 David Robinson teams where David Robinson averaged 12. But who was the second person?
Not Dennis Rodman.
It wasn't Dennis Rodman.
Tim Duncan.
It wasn't Tim Duncan.
Oh, okay.
Malik Rose.
It was 1991 and it was a 1992 season.
Oh, 91.
Damn, it wasn't Sean Elliott, was it?
Will Purdue.
Damn.
Who the fuck played for the Spurs back? It wasn't Chuck Person.
Nah, not Chuck Person. He was shooting. Damn. Shit.
91, 92.
Woo. Is his last name Morrison?
Think of the person who played Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. What's his name in real life?
I have no idea.
You don't know the ball dude?
No, I know who it is. I don't know his name though.
Terry Cummins.
Terry Cummins in 1991 averaged 9 rebounds. And in 1992 averaged 9 rebounds.
Let's go, man.
Good job. I just remember him from the Milwaukee Bucks.
True. The Sidney Moncrief teams.
Yeah.
That people thought was trash putting Jordan out there.
Yeah,
you let Shannon Sharp tell you that them niggas was not good at all.
I forgot he played for the Spurs.
Shout out to Terry Cummings.
We got 2 more teams.
All right. Let me think about this for a second. How about
a team in 2017 and a team in 2020?
Oh, so never mind. Never mind.
20. You said 20 what now?
In 2017, it was a Western team, and in 2020, it was an Eastern team.
Yo, I'm going with Russ and Ibaka, bro.
No.
2017.
2017. Draymond.
Aaron Gordon and Jokic.
I don't think he was there yet. I think he was still in Orlando then, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with
bubble, right? It's the bubble, 2020.
Dwight Howard and AD.
It's a good one.
You said in AD?
Yeah.
No, in 2020 it was an Eastern team.
Okay, 2020 was an Eastern team. Siakam?
No.
Oh, Rudy and Cat.
No.
I don't think they were together yet.
Nah. Damn, 2020.
I'm thinking 2017 too.
Tatum?
Nope, 2020 Eastern team. This team was in the playoffs this season.
This ain't a playing, is it?
Not only was this team in the playoffs, but this player,
John Collins, bro.
No, not only was this team in the playoffs, but the player that is mentioned is still on the team that was in the playoffs this year.
Yo, you killing
Giannis.
it. You killing it.
No.
They
currently still in the playoffs?
Not Jared, nope. Not Jared Allen.
Not Pablo.
Yes, it is. It is Jared Allen. Jared Allen averaged 9.9, and this player averaged 13.5 in 2020.
Nick Claxton.
No,
that might be too early. It might be too early.
Oh, too early? I thought Jared played with the Nets in 2020
for the Cavaliers.
Jared
Allen.
Oh
shit.
So it's not Evan Mobley?
No, he wasn't.
Kevin Love.
No.
Damn.
Kevin Love.
Fuck.
It's your boy, Cowboy Mike.
Tristan Thompson.
No.
Shit.
He was a Bull.
Hold on.
Not Tristan Thompson.
Boardman. The Boardman.
Andre
Drummond.
Let's go.
13.5 rebounds.
I don't even remember him playing for the Cavs.
Very vaguely, I remember that shit. Very vaguely.
And like I said, 2017 was a Western team.
Show my nigga Drummond too.
And it ain't Draymond. Let's see. It's not
Jamel Viggy.
I know. Who you said 2017?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck. Nah, I'm wrong. I'm about to say Cousins and AD. No.
That's exactly who it was. DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh, nice.
12 rebounds. Anthony Davis, 11 rebounds.
There you go.
In my lethal bag tonight.
Come on now.
Come on,
there you go.
Oh, here we go.
On,
look.
gang.
I got the lethal bag, so I can tell you that. I got props and shit.
A week.
This will be my lethal
bag. The lethal bag. Oh, yeah, the lethal bag.
Yes,
we in the lethal bag. Yes, sir.
I got props and shit.
We in the lethal bag. All right, that's it for my list tonight.
See, I'm saying the NFL season, though, when I get my lethal bag. You're
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I see Pacers up by 8 right now.
I said the spread would be 8.
Fellas.
Will they sweep them?
I hope so.
If they win tonight, they will.
They probably will.
Well, said TJ McConnell with 10 points.
Yep, he cooking.
You know, Halliburton with 4, 2, and 2.
How many assists he got?
He gonna sell.
I said 4, 2, and 2.
He gonna sell.
Oh, he was wrong. He about to cook, bro.
Nah, he gonna sell, bro. I'm telling you. He gonna have probably like 14 points, some shit like that.
Man,
his line is like 19.
Oh man, you know the Knicks, they got fucking DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet.
Come on, dog. You know what time it is. They rigging the shit. Now DeLon Wright ain't played but one game this year? He had like 6 minutes. Shamet ain't played the whole series. Why is he in the game?
He said Shamet ain't played the whole series.
Shamet ain't playing the first jump.
He the sleeper agent, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you.
They need to get my guy Bridges back on the court.
How you don't play Carl Payne again?
Hey, that's what I was gonna. So that's what I was gonna ask. If the Knicks do lose this series, are they the ones that overreact and go try to get Giannis?
Yes,
I would. And I would fire Tibbs because Tibbs is a shitty ass coach. Am I lying?
I don't think Giannis will like Tibbs anyway.
He's not a good coach. He hasn't proven anything as a head coach. He won that one ring again. They live off that one ring with Boston. He's a defensive guy. He went from the Bulls. He went from the Bulls to Minnesota to now he with them niggas. Like, bro, he's not a good coach.
McConnell with 10 points in 7 minutes.
Crazy.
Shout out to TJ McConnell.
The others, I knew others would show up tonight. I knew it.
41 to 30.
It's crazy.
I really like this. Like the way that you like TJ McConnell. I like this Ben Shepherd dude.
Ben Shepherd, I haven't really checked out his game as much.
You know what I'm saying? Belmont's own.
Shout out to Shepherd.
Well, shout out to the Belmont Bruins.
For sure.
Nah, man. Hey. So I saw that this Trump commission thing ain't gonna happen for college football. It seems like they pulled the plug on that.
For what?
Where Nick Saban was gonna be the commissioner and they were gonna fix NIL.
Man, Nick Saban ain't shit, man. I hate Nick Saban, seriously.
I'm glad they put that to rest.
He's a slave master. I don't like the fact he wants to walk around like this big ass. He's bigger than football type nigga. Like, bro, you really not shit. You had the best niggas play for you. You a decent guy.
You
like Bill Parcells with better players, my nigga. Like you not really that good.
Matter, you know what? That made me think of my favorite Drake line. You know what I'm saying? No malice in your heart. You an approachable dude.
You approachable dude, for sure. You Come on, put us in. You approachable dude, my nigga. You a nice guy, my nigga. Like, I hate when niggas act like they like big and bad and they so rough and tough. And you
That's
see
my
them in
favorite
shit.
Drake line.
It's daps and hugs, nigga. I done had real strong niggas and niggas was talking crazy about me, like through their friend groups, when I see these niggas, it's daps and hugs, nigga.
But why that song ain't on iTunes though? That's some bullshit.
So how y'all feel
that's
about
probably
Bill
my favorite
Belichick?
Drake song.
W Freestyle was crazy. He went apeshit on that jump.
But how do y'all feel about Bill Belichick being in the doing college football now?
It don't move the needle for me. I'm like, Bill is gonna be Bill. Yeah, Bill is searching for another gig, bro. Bill is like they're roughing. We left the Temptations. He's searching for another gig. He want to
after they go 4-8 this year. I don't want to hear.
Bro, he got married to the gym. Like, bro, it's a sideshow. It's a circus. I don't take it like really serious.
Yeah, after they go 4-8, I don't want to hear.
He played himself. He played himself out of New England for no reason.
He took that job.
You thought you were bigger than Robert. You thought you were the owner of the Patriots. You're not, nigga.
He took that job because he know they was gonna let him nepo his son.
That's it. No, you're not. You put your son in a spot to get off and shit. What is fine. I love it. I do the same thing. Family business. We get money, but
matter of fact,
Bill ain't really moving no needles out here, bro. Like you played yourself. Nobody wants you in the league. Everybody said, "Nigga, we don't want Bill." You had to go to college. You didn't choose college. College chose you, nigga.
Right up.
What you talking about, man?
You ain't land on Plymouth Rock, motherfucker.
Bro, nigga, you ain't choose them, nigga. Them niggas chose you.
All right, hey, yeah, you ready to go through the schedule real quick?
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. They start off on Labor Day. On Labor Day night.
Is that September 9th?
September 1st.
My bad.
They host the team from Fort Worth that Dion opened up his career against.
Oh, that TCU.
TCU.
Okay.
But it's at home. It's at home though. It's in North Carolina.
Okay.
Then they go on the road to Charlotte.
Okay.
They play Richmond.
It's probably a win.
Okay, Spiders.
Probably a win.
Oh, that sounds like 2-1 so far to me.
That's probably a win because Richmond ain't got shit going on, dog.
All right, you ready? Now they go to UCF.
Okay.
They host Clemson.
L.
They go to Cal.
L.
They host UVA.
That's a dub.
They go to Syracuse.
L.
They host Stanford.
L.
That's a close dub.
They go to Cup School.
Oh, we smacking it. We smacking shit.
Then they got Duke at home.
That could be a dub.
And close. They gonna lose to my nigga with the dreadlock.
They close where?
With NC. They close at NC State.
They'll get a dub there, just for safekeeping.
I don't know. I'm seeing 5 and 7. But the problem for Cups is because his school being Wake Forest. I don't know if y'all remember this. Still smacking shit. I don't know if y'all remember this name or not. But the Wake Forest quarterback this season is the one and only Robbie Ashford.
Who's that?
Who is that?
He was a dude that had all the hype. He went to Oregon, couldn't play. Then he transferred to Auburn, and he got benched for Peyton Thorne.
Get him out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Not Peyton Thorne, though. Wow.
Yeah.
Pack him up. I want to know what happened to Julian Fleming, dog. He has so much potential.
So, I'm going to give North Carolina, just looking at this at the first time without doing any real analysis.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll give them 6 and 6.
First year?
Yeah, 6 and 6.
That's pretty generous.
And no, it is. You know what I'm saying? But Lethal.
You only need 4 to qualify for the bowl, right?
No, you need 6.
Okay.
But Lethal should be really familiar with North Carolina's quarterback, though.
Who's that?
Max Johnson.
Ew.
And you know who his daddy is.
I know it's nobody.
Champion Brad Johnson.
Yeah, I know nobody.
From Florida State, baby. Florida State in the house.
That's insane.
You know what I'm saying Brad Johnson's son.
Is he gonna be sweet though?
Well, he's decent. You know, he played for LSU, of course, and then he tore his ACL the first game last year, but he's back now.
Are you taking Nussmeier?
Is Carson Beck gonna do better than what Cam Ward did?
I think I would take Klubnik.
But do you feel like Nussmeier is okay to be projected as the number 1 overall pick?
Oh, Nussmeier is the goods. Don't get me wrong now. Like, I think Cade Klubnik might be better just because he's got the legs as well.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Nussmeier is not a slouch. Like,
no,
you know,
yeah, you're right. I think
at worst, he's the second or third best quarterback in this draft.
Yeah, that pro style offense for sure. He make all the throws. So it's like his game gonna translate best to the NFL for sure.
And well, his dad is a coach in the NFL, right?
Yeah, Brett Nussmeier used to be our coach.
Yeah,
our quarterback coach.
He will go to New Orleans.
Yeah, he go to Syracuse if I'm mistaken.
That's why New Orleans went and got Tyler Shuck. They're gonna blow the season up. They're gonna tank. They're gonna draft this nigga.
Think they gonna tank? I don't know.
Yeah. Bro, New Orleans is gonna get Nussmeier. They're gonna just bring Baton Rouge. They're gonna keep Baton Rouge and Baton Rouge.
I think that Sean Payton go out the Kamara.
Oh, matter of fact,
Sean Payton is a Bronco. What are you talking about?
I know.
Lethal might have just cracked the case.
He wanted the Kamara, I think.
Lethal might have just cracked the case. His dad is currently the offensive coordinator for the Saints.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think why they drafted Tyler Shuck.
That lethal bag.
That's a good
point. What you ready to say, Cowboy Mike?
Lethal bag is on. Look, I think that Alvin Kamara will be traded to the Broncos. If Olave is traded, they're gonna definitely trade Alvin Kamara, and I think that he be traded to the Broncos with Sean Payton.
There were some reports coming out today. They said they think Aaron Rodgers holding out for Minnesota.
Another put it on again.
Lethal bag.
Lethal called that shit again.
Lethal bag.
Yeah, that shit was funny. Like, they asked him would he consider playing for New Orleans, and he was like, "I've lived in New Orleans. I don't want to live in Louisiana.
I'm good. I'm a diva."
Trying to tell y'all, bro.
All right, so
sure.
Which teams in the NFL do y'all feel like have the biggest opportunity or the biggest potential to have the kind of season that we weren't expecting at all? Whether that's they were really good last year and they're going to be like really bad.
Town, fool.
Yep.
Nation.
I got the Colts.
Fuck you
I got Dallas.
Without having my heart broke again, I'm gonna say the Titans, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the roster. You know, they went out and got Snead last year.
Do they?
You know, yes, they do. He was hurt half the year. You know what I mean? They got I like, you know how I feel about Tajay Spears. You know, Tony Pollard had a quiet, good year last year. You know, they went and got the receivers to go help Cam Ward out. You know, I think you know, they went and got Restrepo, bro.
I want to hear the names.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you.
I'm not sold on Restrepo. I'm not sold on Calvin Ridley. I'm not sold on what do you got?
Hold on now.
You hear this?
Calvin Ridley's a dog.
Yeah, I'm not sold on these guys.
You hear this bullshit? Hold up. They got hold on. What's my man's name? They went and got he a rookie. That's why you ain't heard of. He gonna be a rookie. You know, Alec Ayamayor from Stanford. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I like
him. Under the radar guy. I respect it. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, they went and got Tyler Lockett.
I'm not scared of these guys. Old ass Tyler Lockett. He been old. He look old.
Bro, Tyler Lockett gonna be a problem this year for us.
Tyler Lockett still gonna burn your ass deep though.
You gonna see?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not scared of none of them niggas you just named.
You know what I'm saying? They went and got Cups. They went and got Cups boy Van Jefferson.
What about their defense though?
You know what I'm saying? Their defense. I talked to you about the defense already. You know what I'm saying? They got Snead. You know what I'm saying? They got Draymond Jones.
I like Jones.
You know what I'm saying? They got
we got two of the linebackers already though.
Yeah,
still 2 of their guys already. So loud.
Yeah, they got Cody Barton.
Okay.
You know,
Cody bothers me though. Cody always getting from he's a great player, but like why he always never sticking at certain teams?
Yeah, they got Jeffrey Simmons still. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see on the Titans.
None of these niggas move me, bro. My defense too lit for this shit.
I feel you. I said it, dog. The Colts won the division.
You know what I'm saying? They got my guy Jarvis Brownlee.
I'm not sold on Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward is average. I think he's mediocre.
I think he gonna have this. I think Cam gonna have a Baker Mayfield type rookie year. Ashton Jeanty
mid-season
have a Matt Leinart type year. I'm not sold on that nigga at all.
Mid-season when we on the hot box,
I'm here.
And Cups is yelling. And Cups is yelling at everybody, talking about, oh, so Cam Ward is better than Kyler Murray. Like, bro, I don't want to hear nothing.
Look, I told you I got the lethal bag in the cut. I got more props.
Ashton Jeanty is going to have a Zeke Elliott rookie type season.
Possibly.
No, that could be a surprise team. The Raiders could be a surprise
possibly.
team.
I think Jeanty is really, really good. I think that he might.
Is this finally the year the Steelers don't go 5 or win more than
have a losing year under Mike Tomlin?
If they go in the season, I said this already. I said, look, the Steelers believe in Mason Rudolph. He's their guy. You don't even realize he's their guy.
I think the Panthers are going to be better.
Me too.
I think Jacksonville might be slightly.
I think the team that has the highest potential to surprise us.
Don't say the
Bears. Is the Detroit Lions.
The Patriots.
No, the Lions. I think they're going to be bad.
I got the Lions finishing 3rd.
Really?
I think they're going to suck this year.
Yeah, wow. I got them finishing 3rd.
I think less is
more. I don't know about sucking. I think
they well coached. I don't think they fall off though. They well coached. I like Dan Campbell.
I feel like that whole division is just going to be actually one of those.
Y'all believe in JJ McCarthy?
The whole division is about to be.
No. I'm just saying though, I
believe in Kevin O'Connell.
I don't.
I think the Jets are going to be respectable.
Hell yeah! I told Cups backstage this how their division gonna go.
Shout out
Bills, Pats.
I think they're gonna start Tyrod.
Dolphins.
Shout out Tyrod Taylor, who got his lung punctured.
I think they're gonna start Tyrod.
The Pacers with the 13-point lead. Pacers with the 13-point lead, y'all.
3-0. Let's get that boom out.
No, I don't think so. Knicks will come back.
Let's see who else. I think the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to win the division.
That's tight.
Halliburton got 4.
I think the Chiefs missed the playoffs, guys. Matter of fact, you can put that.
Put that on the ledger because I
think I put that on. Chiefs missed the playoffs, bro.
I don't know if I see that just yet.
Yeah,
I do, bro. I do.
Really?
Kelsey too.
Would that affect the legacy? Not his legacy, the conversation.
Of course it will.
No.
Of course it will.
I think it will.
I don't think it
will. He's not Brady.
He ain't got to be Brady, but he still made the AFC Championship in every other year. One bad year ain't going to erase all that.
And again,
that's what I'm telling y'all. That's what's wrong with y'all.
I did not say affect his legacy. I said affect the conversation. He will never be in that conversation.
I don't think it will.
Never.
He started his career with 7 straight AFC Championship games, and only one of them was on the road.
And he had Andy.
That's completely fine.
I don't care who he had there.
I want to see what he does. I told y'all this 2 years ago.
You know what, Mike? How about this?
I want to see what he does when he doesn't have Andy.
Okay, Mike.
I want to see what he does when he doesn't have all the weapons.
I want to see who he is. I don't know who Pat Mahomes is yet. I don't know.
Let's play a quick game of true or false.
Let's go.
Don't y'all want to go into a
playoff? Mahomes, the only quarterback that Andy Reid has ever coached?
No.
Why the rest of them ain't make all these championship games then?
I mean,
Donovan had Steve Spagnuolo as their motherfucking defensive coordinator.
But even still, though, bro,
he made 4 consecutive NFC championships with Donovan.
And he did his thing. He never had a guy that was really on the other side of the football.
It was 5.
Steve Spagnuolo.
Okay, Cups. Okay.
And the teams that he was losing to?
Nope, we ain't doing that. It was 5. How many Super Bowls did they win?
They only made it to one of them.
There you go. So if it's that simple, I got Andy Reid.
Andy got you.
Nobody said it was simple.
That's why
they never had talent around them. They had Brian Westbrook and they had.
But still, but don't y'all?
I gotta really go down the list.
Like they go through a playoffs without in the playoffs. It wouldn't kill nobody 1 year.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
When they not in the playoffs,
I don't think Pat Mahomes is that good. Bro, I never have.
I'm not saying that his legacy will be affected. I'm saying the conversation because again, that's something else that Tom Brady has never done. No, it's never happened, bro.
No, it doesn't affect the conversation.
It never happened. Though.
Patrick Brady went to the Bucks, and we've seen what happened.
It does not affect the conversation.
We've seen what happened though when Thomas went there. Edward Brady went there.
That's fine. It don't affect the conversation.
And then Dak retired that nigga too. Though.
How you gonna be as good as somebody and you haven't done the things that they've done?
The legacy wasn't made in 1 year. The legacy ain't gonna end in 1 year.
I think it will.
His legacy isn't going to end in 1 year. The conversation is definitely a year-to-year thing, though.
Well, there is no conversation. That's the problem in the first place.
My God! Now there's no conversation.
Time out.
There's no conversation, really. In my opinion.
Time out. Out of every 100 people that you think you've heard talk football, how many of that 100 thinks that Mahomes is better?
Bro, it's niggas that think that. Bro, why was we even having the first 7-year conversation anyway? No, why was it even a debate? It was a conversation.
The point that I'm trying to get across is if I talk to 10 people and 2 of them say that LeBron is better than Jordan, that is not people saying that LeBron is better than Jordan. Those are individuals that have that opinion. So because you might have heard 4 or 5 people out of 500 people say that they think Mahomes is better than Brady or on Brady's level does not mean that that's the majority of thought. You're just butthurt because some people have other opinions.
I agree.
Now, if it was 50-50,
that's not the case, bro. That's not the case, bro. It's a lot of people, bro. It's a lot of people.
Okay, hold on. Wait. How many people that we've had on the hot box that have ever been on the hot box? How many of those people think Mahomes is better?
Bro, well, for one, I don't want to speak for anybody that's not here.
Out of all the people that we've had
the amount of conversations that we've had, where I've had to defend Tom Brady's legacy.
By who?
I have had to defend Tom Brady's legacy numerous times in this group chat.
Those conversations.
Wear that crown, brother. Wear it.
I have had to defend. Yes or no? Have I not had to defend Tom Brady's legacy in this group chat?
Something that you started.
How did I start it,
bro? We be sleeping.
Seriously, how am I gonna start a conversation that I already know? I'm not the one saying. I wonder is Patrick Mahomes on the same level? I've never thought that. I've never thought that, gang.
Nobody said that shit.
No, this is what I think. Never thought that ever. This is what I think happens. I think Cups might watch something on ESPN or something. Somebody might say something like, Patrick Mahomes in his early career had a better start than Tom Brady did. Then Cups attacks us like we said it. Like Cups will come in there and be like, Patrick Mahomes is not better than Tom Brady, and we'd be like, who? Now, Cups. Now we could disagree on who starts it and all that shit, but usually the first thing that I say to you when you start this shit, the first thing that I usually say is, "Who said it?" That's what I always say.
We already know who know the real. We already know who know the real, bro. We know who know the real.
You don't say, "Hey, 2-5." You don't say, "Hey, 2-5." You said it. Hey, 2-5, Lethal said it. Hey, 2-5, Mike said it. Hey, 2-5, Residente said it.
Like I said, I don't want to speak for nobody who's not here, but we not going to act like...
What I'm telling you is argue with that motherfucker. That's one person that be saying that shit, and you trying to make it sound like it's a consensus.
Do you feel like Patrick... Okay, so again, he started seven consecutive AFC championships. Do you feel like Patrick Mahomes has had a better first 7 to 8 years in his career than Tom Brady did?
No. But I think it's on par.
I don't think it's close.
I think it's
wait a minute. Has Brady ever missed the playoffs other than the year he blew his knee out?
I don't believe so.
No.
I think it's on
and his second year as a starter. I think it was 2003 or 2004.
In the MVPs that Mahomes won too. That's a part of the conversation too. So if we're going to do that, there is an argument. Look
at Patrick Mahomes Super Bowls though. He never played well at all in the Super Bowl.
That's fine.
At all, including the last one though. Look at the last one he played.
But the
never played that bad ever in life.
The whole debate started from me saying that the Chiefs are going to miss the playoffs this year, and it's okay to have the Chiefs outside of the playoffs this year.
It is okay. I love it.
I don't think nobody would.
I love it.
I don't think nobody would.
I want Andy to retire, and Patrick will show you who he really is.
If they don't make the playoffs this year and next year, come find me. But if they don't make the playoffs 1 year, I don't think that he.
All I'm gonna say is
back into the conference.
It doesn't affect Patrick Mahomes' greatness, but I definitely think it affects how we compare him to the greatest one to ever do it.
This is the world that we live in that annoys me. We will watch somebody score 31 points in 7 straight games, and then they come out and go like 8 for 24, and we'd be like, "Here, overrated bum."
No,
he had one bad game that we just saw.
We've seen Patrick Mahomes,
just like what y'all doing with Jalen Brunson right now. The same stuff that y'all doing with Jalen. He's literally averaging.
I have a case for half.
He's literally averaging 40 and 8 right now, and y'all are like, he ain't doing shit.
I do this for half.
Like, yo, he's averaging 40 and 8. Like, if Trey was averaging 40 and 8, and his team was,
and he be losing, and niggas want me to just, bro, the nigga losing. He not winning those. He not winning these shits. The nigga not winning. The nigga not winning these games.
You find everything under the sun to defend him. All I'm saying is keep that same energy. If a dude
nigga not winning these games, I be keeping the same energy, bro. Because when it be Trey, be like the nigga not doing shit. The nigga not living up to it, bro. The nigga not balling. The nigga not a superstar.
Slurp off one of them. Slurp off both of them.
That was crazy.
That's all I'm saying. Just like when y'all be talking all this shit about LeBron, right? That series that they lost to Orlando, he averaged 38, 8 and 8, and had a game winner in the only game that they won. Like, I'm not gonna shit on somebody in that situation.
All I'm gonna say is
we're talking about one series compared to a whole regular season.
No, I'm just making a point that we
the
do
standard
is the standard. And then the moment that they have a bad game or something, you're like, oh, he's overrated, or oh, he's a bum, or oh, he's like
nobody would say that about Patrick Mahomes. I'm not trying to diminish his greatness. I don't think it would affect his legacy at all. Again, the only thing that I'm saying it is going to affect him. How we compare him to the greatest that has ever done it, because that's what we are currently doing.
10 years of career left.
He's not gonna measure up with Andy Reid.
Okay, so time out. Let's say, hold on. Let's say Patrick Mahomes doesn't make the playoffs this year, right?
Right.
I'm with it.
But then he wins 3 more Super Bowls after that.
He won't do that.
No, I'm asking a question.
No,
this 1 year is going to affect the rest of that too.
They'll give him 6.
I'm telling you that's the sign of the decline. With Matt Kellerman with someone as a ravine.
That is not the sign of a decline.
It is.
It's not.
Do you not see that? Hold on, 2-5. You not see that team? That team has been declining every single year. They got worse and worse and worse.
If he's in this division with the Broncos that y'all love, Bo Nix and all that.
I love Bo Nix.
You know what I'm saying? I said that the Chargers are going to win the division or whatever.
I feel you.
You know, the Raiders just went and got Ashton Jeanty and all that, right?
Let's go. Geno Smith, let's get it.
Playoffs compared to a dude that was in a division with the sorry-ass Buffalo Bills, the sorry-ass Miami Dolphins, and the sorry-ass New York Jets. I'm supposed to weigh that the same? Because y'all are the ones that always tell me he ran into Kobe. He ran into the team that he lost to was this. But now I don't get to but y'all ain't gonna apply that to Patrick Mahomes.
But Tom Brady also still always beat the best teams. He always beat the best teams.
Beat the Steelers. He beat teams outside of the division though.
The Chiefs
in the playoffs.
Have the Chiefs Has the Chiefs ever lost to Buffalo in the playoffs?
No.
With Patrick Mahomes?
No.
Did the Chiefs not go into Baltimore and win an AFC?
But he did lose to the best team in Philadelphia, and that's the best team.
There you go. They're the best team. He lost.
He lost to a Tom Brady team. He lost to a Tom Brady team in the AFC Championship. He lost to the Tom Brady team in the Super Bowl. He lost.
When Tom Brady had a bye, and they came back from the bye and lost to Mark Sanchez, did that affect Tom Brady's legacy?
A little bit.
No, it did not.
I never said anything about affecting anybody's legacy.
He did. He had to rebound after that.
And by the time Tom Brady lost,
the question was if he doesn't make the playoffs.
Yes, look.
Will that affect his legacy?
When the pass lost for 10 years
now you're putting words in my mouth. The question I asked was if he doesn't make the playoffs, will it affect the conversation? Will it affect the conversation about how we talk about him compared to Tom Brady?
I'm not talking about what you said. Lethal's question was,
yes,
if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, does that affect the legacy? That's
yes.
what you said.
Yes, I agree. Yes, it will.
I don't think it affects his legacy
at all. It will affect the legacy to me. Because
and I agree with that, but I don't think it affects the conversation either. Because the same way Tom Brady went 10 years without winning a Super Bowl, did we look at him any less?
Yes.
No, we did not.
I did.
Well,
he wasn't Joe Montana. He wasn't Joe Montana until he won that ring against Atlanta. He wasn't Joe Montana until he won the ring with the Bucks.
I don't think so.
That's for me. For me,
for you. Yeah, but
once he beat the Seahawks, bro, the conversation was over for me, bro.
But for Cups, what I'm talking about is what's the difference between somebody saying something and something being a consensus? Like, yes, Adam says that Mahomes is better than Tom Brady. I don't think that there is a consensus out there of lots of people that think that Mahomes is better than Tom Brady. I don't think that exists.
I do. I think that especially the younger generation. So what you're saying is we got a lot of LeBron Jordan.
See?
I don't think it's that.
Not really a conversation at all.
I mean, that's what it is, though. That's how the league. That's how they really play it. They play it like
there's like 340 million people in America. If you found me 100,000 people that thought that Mahomes was better,
I'm about to find the NFL posts that be showing the side by sides of their 7-year career, and we gonna go through the comments of these.
That doesn't mean that they think that he's the GOAT, though. Like that just means that they think that he had a better first 7 years than Tom Brady did. And like I said,
I still don't think that's the case because I think that I still feel like the competition that he faced,
Mahomes has won. When you factor in the MVPs, it's not that outlandish of a statement.
But again, like I said, when you factor in the support, because you can't win an MVP when your best wide receiver is Deion Branch.
No, 100%. I agree with that 100%. But also, Patrick Mahomes also ain't the only dude that we've seen with stacked rooms that No, I mean, look, Romo had what? Dez, and he had T.O. and all this stuff. He wasn't winning shit. So it's not as simple as put somebody on a team with a stacked roster or whatever you want to call it. Because if it was, then more people would have
Troy Brown.
No, I'm with you. I think that Brady is better. I'm with you.
I'm just saying.
I'm just making a point.
Mahomes will play with a lot of great niggas.
If you're trying to compare Patrick Mahomes to Brady's whole career, you stupid.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're comparing their first 7 years, I think there's a conversation to be had.
I don't think Mahomes has had the impact as Brady has had. Brady was the undoubted his number one quarterback.
I don't see how you can say that.
I just don't see it. When you play in the Super Bowl so bad, do I gotta play? Do we gotta pull the Super Bowl numbers up?
If you want to, I don't care. I'm not a Mahomes fan, so I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying they're really bad though.
Without getting butthurt about it, because I don't even like Patrick Mahomes like that.
I just think the fact that Brady, again, you talk about those quality moments though. Those 2-minute, 3-minute drills that Brady orchestrated, and Vinatieri came and kick the field goal, bro. That's masterful type shit.
Man,
in my opinion,
I think it depends on how you look at it. Because if it was somebody other than Tom Brady that was leading game-winning field goals, I don't think we'll talk about it the same way. But since we have the rest of Tom Brady's career to go off of,
you got the Randy Moss season.
Look at it as he won. We don't criticize him for things that we would have criticized somebody else for.
Imagine if he had more. If he had Randy Moss against the Giants.
He did have Randy Moss.
He did have Randy Moss against the Giants.
I'm small every time they played.
He probably would have still lost.
I don't think so. No,
because the Giants' defensive line was
dope as something.
Just like Philly defensive line beat.
He played with pure doo-doo his whole career, though.
That time,
literally pure doo-doo.
I don't know, man. Because everybody tells me how stacked the 49ers are. And Mahomes
that's why I said they have to fire that nigga Kyle Shanahan because they are stacked. They've been stacked.
That's a whole different conversation.
They've had like motherfucking double D titties the whole time. Oh, what are we talking about? They not won nothing. Bro, imagine if my Cowboys had the shit they had. It's Dak Prescott with Deebo Samuels and fucking McCaffrey. Come on, my nigga. What are we talking about?
All I'm saying is if it was that simple as you're making it, Peyton Manning would have 4 or 5 Super Bowls if it was that simple.
I never thought Peyton Manning's talent was that great.
Ain't the point. Don't forget.
I thought Peyton Manning was
no. Forget about what you thought. Forget about what you thought. Look at the roster I'm talking about.
Look at the roster, bro.
What roster?
Bro.
What defense then?
Reggie Wayne, Dallas Clark.
Good defense though.
You know what I'm saying? Dwight Freeney, Gary Brackett.
Sanders, other than that 1 year with Marlon Jackson, them niggas.
I can't think of
Robert Mathis. Bro, we had times, bro.
We had talent, bro.
The only difference that shit didn't travel on the road.
No, what the problem was?
The problem is we had to deal with fucking Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is that Tony Dungy was building his defense.
Peyton Manning just usually underperforming the biggest moments.
His defense like a college defense, where he was like, instead of having these big linebackers like Ray Lewis or whatever,
because we wanted to play because we played with the we tried to play with the league.
Bro, I watched
when we first got in the box tonight. I started my bad, Mike. I started the whole conversation. I started the whole conversation with the reason that the Patriots had so much success against Peyton Manning is because they used to let the Patriots beat the Colts.
I feel you. And I agree with you on that. I think Tyler and those guys beat those guys up. I watched Bill Belichick put Antoine Smith in the game and run the fucking ball down niggas' throats. I watched Corey Dillon come to the Patriots and
because we would play with the lead.
And that's my point. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's about it's about
we score points. It's
about football's playing in the trenches.
And go get
if it was
football's about playing in the trenches.
If it was
that not about talent and all this type of shit.
If it was that simple, the Broncos would have beat the Seahawks by 21 points in that Super Bowl.
Facts.
If it was that simple.
Which one?
With Russell Wilson when he was a rookie or whatever it was, his second year or whatever it was. The Broncos would have won that Super Bowl by 3 touchdowns if it was that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were more aggressive in that Super
I'm just saying. See what I'm saying? You always got something to say.
The noodle though, the noodle arm though, the noodle Peyton with noodle arm.
Peyton always had a noodle arm.
This wasn't even before noodle arm Peyton.
Peyton always had a noodle arm.
No, it was really a noodle. It was like ramen noodle at that time.
This was before.
He had a motherfucking like a ricotta at one point of his career. Then it turned to a real ramen noodle. Come on, man, that shit was like it wasn't even the same type of team in my opinion.
I'm just saying he led the league in passing yards that year. You know, he had the 52-point game against the Cowboys.
He broke the touchdown joke again.
He still was hurt though.
Don't try to change the history after the fact.
He was hurt coming to that game.
We saw that year.
He was still hurt though. He wasn't the same Peyton.
Bro, that
Peyton, sure, but he threw from
even after the Patriot game they won. He was still hurt. If you want to say Peyton,
you throw for 5,500 yards, give me hurt every year.
All I'm saying is after that Patriot game, he got beat up and he won the same Peyton Manning.
No, bro. Peyton was hurt in the Panther one, but the one against the Seahawks, bro, he was not hurt. They had the number one.
He was healthy.
He wasn't hurt in that game.
No, he was not.
Year that he broke all the records.
Exactly,
he was hurt.
He wasn't hurt until he got benched for Cock and Ballswaller.
Brock Osweiler. Yeah. But again, Brock didn't play in that Super Bowl. Peyton did.
I know.
No, but during the regular season.
That was the year before the
Patriots. Over the snap jump?
Yeah, that joint.
First play of the game?
Yeah, the snap over his head.
Super Bowl by 3 touchdowns. If all the things that we're saying about Patrick Mahomes, Peyton should have won that game by 3 touchdowns.
Facts.
Is all I'm saying.
Did y'all believe in Eric Decker though?
We can't
believe in Demaryius Thomas.
But this is why I get frustrated, because with Patrick Mahomes, we're gonna dissect the shit like, oh, he got this and he got that and he got this and he got that, as if Peyton didn't have that same shit. But with Peyton, we like, nah.
But again, all we're talking about again, but we have seen on multiple occasions, we have never seen Peyton Manning get blown out like that. We've seen Patrick Mahomes get blown out like that. We have seen Patrick Mahomes lose
I know, and y'all ain't gonna talk about how his offensive line was hurt either, are you?
But the one thing that we're talking about again is the span of a regular season. I've never said that anything will all come down to one game.
But y'all ain't gonna bring up his offensive line being hurt either, huh?
They were hurt, and they hold off one game, and they have a bunch of false starts.
Hold up, one thing at a time. You know what I'm
saying? Number 74 for them niggas was always in the backfield.
I'm talking about the injuries right now. I ain't hear y'all say, "Damn, he did have an injured offensive line."
Did.
Y'all just like, "No, he lost."
He did have an
injured everybody else lose. Y'all got all these excuses. When Peyton lost, it was because this, and this. He was hurt, but Patrick Mahomes' offensive line was hurt. Remember that one play against Tampa?
Yeah, Tampa. We get that.
He ran from sideline to sideline.
But you playing against Brady in that shit.
They said he ran something like 70 yards on that one play, just side to side, and threw the ball out of bounds. That's how bad his offensive line was. But y'all don't want that context.
But I'm just saying, niggas said Shedeur shouldn't do that, though. That's the same thing Patrick Mahomes did.
No, they didn't say Shedeur shouldn't do that. What they said was
he bailed. He bailed out on that shit.
What they said was Shedeur shouldn't hold the ball for 8 seconds and take a sack. That's what they said.
I'm just saying, Shedeur bails out to make a play. Same with Patrick Mahomes does.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback. Yeah. I never thought he was really that great. I've been saying this for years now. Even with Tyreek Hill winning the Super Bowls, winning MVPs, I never watched Mahomes and say, you know what? I think Mahomes is really that good. I watch guys, Mahomes running the ball, niggas run away from that nigga. They run and go tackle somebody and shit. Like, bro, that's why I've seen even the Tennessee game.
Well, that's why
numerous times they let the niggas run around. Like, bro, this is not real football, man.
Well, that's why when I compare Mahomes to somebody, I compare him to Steph Curry.
I agree.
You know, he does all these
Steph Curry.
Things. He does all these remarkable things. And then when you put him in a big game situation or whatever the case may be, you're like, how
don't rise to the occasion. I'm cool.
You know,
I think that's why Joey B is. That's why Joey B is.
I'm agreeing with you guys as far as like 85% to 90% of the things that y'all are saying. The only thing that I disagree with per se is that Cups hears 10 people out of 30,000 say something positive about Patrick Mahomes, and then he has to put on the armor to defend Tom Brady's armor
you got to.
As if there's don't have to.
I'm gonna tell you why though, because those guys like Jordan and Tom, I can't let you get a crack. I can't let you get an inch pause off the fact that you want to be in my same category. You can't be in the same category as me. I'm the same way though.
You know why?
If I see a fly in the room, I'm smacking the fly.
But you know why?
You can't even be in the same presence as me, fly.
You know why though?
You Beelzebub, nigga. You don't even deserve to be around me. Hell no.
You know why though? Because they're comparing the wrong people to Jordan. That's the problem.
So who would you compare Jordan to?
I would compare Jordan to Magic.
Okay.
Or Larry Bird?
No, not Larry Bird. Not quite Larry
Tragic
Bird.
Tragic Magic?
Yeah. Everybody has a bad moment.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
I
Magic
think
Johnson, one of the greatest players in NBA history. First thing out your mouth, Tragic Johnson. See what I'm saying?
To me, I'm saying the fact that that's what people would say. And the fact that he wouldn't be compared to Jordan.
I mean,
I'm not saying I love Magic's career. I think the fact that Magic caught AIDS, or maybe not caught AIDS, I don't know. But all I know is in '96, though, he came back and was still productive. Though he wasn't like a bum. But again, people forget about those times. They don't know when Magic came back. He was fat as a business. He still was doing work.
Magic made the same. Magic won the same amount of titles as Kobe and made more finals.
100%, and had a bigger impact. And was the leading force of those teams.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so people comparing the wrong people to Jordan.
Yeah, it's dumb. I never understood the Kareem shit. I never understood.
But I think Mahomes. But to this point, because Mahomes still got a whole lot of career left.
He does.
Mahomes is probably, as far as like this, as far as somebody starting out a career, and you projecting that they could get close to Tom Brady, Mahomes probably has the best case that we've seen.
I think that's what's the NFL now because of him.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, Peyton, you can't put Peyton there. You can't put Elway there. You could put Montana there just because he won.
Montana's the one that's forgotten about in all this.
But you know why? Because the same way that you were talking about how Mahomes had Andy Reid and all that stuff.
I agree.
I had all that stuff.
They invented the West Coast offense.
And you could argue, and I don't want to be disrespectful.
Invented the West Coast.
I don't want to be disrespectful. But you could argue that Montana didn't win enough Super Bowls with what he had.
I agree. I 100% agree.
You could argue
more with Jerry Rice. You got the greatest nigga of all time at receiver. I watched Jerry. I studied Jerry Rice, bro. Man, Roger Craig.
John Taylor.
You had players.
You know, you had Brent Rathman when they were still using fullbacks. I mean, John Rathman. You had Brent Jones.
Sounds like the 49ers.
Charles Haley.
It sounds like the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan that we watch right now.
Exactly. I've been saying it. Red's got offended when I said, I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm just telling you the truth. No. Bro, if Kyle Shanahan goes to the Super Bowl and lose again, you have to fire this man.
I saw Montana lose an NFC Championship game to the Giants 15-13.
Wow.
If Tom Brady lost a championship game 15-13, people would bring it up every chance they got.
Bro, that was what the year that
and maybe the difference is
the Broncos
thing, a lot of
the year the Broncos beat us
2015.
When
2015, yep.
Yeah, the year they
like 21-18
played
or something like that.
No, it was like 15 to 16. That was super low.
It was 2015.
I don't think both of us scored.
That was a physical game, dog. Peyton came into that game hurt, bro.
But even in that game, it was the Broncos' defense. It wasn't necessarily Peyton. You know what I mean?
He came into the game hurt, but he got
Peyton
beat down.
Didn't outplay him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? So where the thing with Mahomes, I think that people, the reason why people hold him so highly is because he hadn't lost to Josh Allen yet. You know what I'm saying? Because he did go into Baltimore and beat the MVP in the AFC Championship game. I mean, the dude played 6 years before he played his first road playoff game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, okay, I'm gonna say
that's
this.
Dominant. That's dominant.
I respect it if they played their best ball and he beat them. That's the point. I don't like when people like they compare guys when a guy not playing at their best. Like Lamar, they played their best when they played in Baltimore.
That's not his fault.
I agree. I'm just saying that that's why I love Jordan so much because guys like their best. Charles Barkley, he was averaging 30 in that series, and he still won.
This is the difference.
He had his apex, and I'm still better than you, nigga. I'm not playing you at a bad time frame. Were you playing like shit, and I win?
This is the difference between. This is the difference between me and you. You know what I'm saying? When Mahomes beats Lamar Jackson, you take it as, hey, Lamar wasn't even at his best, and Mahomes won that. I take it as maybe Lamar ain't as good as y'all think he is.
But I've seen Lamar play better against better defenses, though, than the Chiefs, though. That's the key. That's the difference, though. It's like I've seen you play better against better defenses before. So why you not playing against this defense?
Then I would say, maybe Lamar's not a big game player.
Possibly. I conceded that last year. I said y'all might be right. And you and Jack might be on to something.
Mahomes' fault. You know what I'm saying? Like,
might be on to something. We've seen
just like when Tom Brady was in that division, that wasn't Tom Brady's fault.
I think y'all didn't see the Eagles shit. I've seen the Eagles shit coming already, Paul.
I saw it too. I picked the Eagles to win.
I'm just saying though, a lot of times people don't understand that there's a decline there. That's something that's
the Eagles to win the Super Bowl before the season started.
There's a situation where we see it. Whereas you, but I'm saying most people didn't see that. They didn't see the decline of Mahomes in that offense. They've been eroding for the past couple of years. Or their whole system has been.
Why have they been eroding?
They have not gotten better.
Why?
They're not for one. They're not having the same type of schemes. Like
that's a part of it.
They're using the same type of shit they're using against
the other part of it. The other part.
You're not upgrade. You're not trying to get better than Kelsey. You're not trying to get better than what you had in Hill. You had Rice.
That's not Mahomes' fault. If anything, that's a credit to Mahomes because the knock is you got Andy Reid and a stacked team. So if the team is not stacked and they're still getting to the Super Bowl, you got to give them credit for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Spagnuolo credit too. I feel like they're terms of
give multiple people credit. It doesn't have to be a one person. Like the same way that Brady gets credit, Belichick gets credit.
True. I'm not saying that I don't think they have been their best. I'm just saying they've probably not been as dominant as they probably were at one point.
When's the last time you remember Kansas City having a good running game?
It's been a while.
That's what I'm saying.
In a minute.
That's why I give Mahomes credit because he's doing what y'all want him to do. Like the only difference is he still has Andy Reid and Spagnuolo, but as far as the players, the knock was he got a stacked team, and how can he fail with that team? So as the team becomes unstacked and they're still winning, he gets some of that credit.
He does to a certain extent. Yeah, you win against 13-16. I'm like, you must be known as the best guy.
A lot of quarterbacks do that. A lot of quarterbacks do that, and we give them credit for it. So why can't we give Mahomes credit for it?
So out of his 7 years,
we gave credit to Vince Young for that.
So out of Mahomes 7 years,
for being a winner. You know what I'm saying? We gave Tebow credit for being a winner.
How many of those?
Give me a hand
credit. How many do we credit Mahomes' defense out of his 7 years so far?
I would say out of Patrick Mahomes' whole career,
his last 3.
I would say the last 2. Maybe 3, but I would say the last 2 for sure. And that's another point. You know what I'm saying? Is that he's doing this with defenses that were ranked in the 20s the first couple of years as well.
I gave him credit, 100% credit.
No, you was like Spagnuolo.
No. I'm talking about the first 3 years.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Tom Brady had these Richard Seymours and Teddy Bruschi's and people like that.
But again, for the way that you feel like the sides of the ball were lopsided, it was still the same. You can feel like the Chicago Bears had great defenses for decades. How many championships had they had? Like, you gotta have two sides of the ball.
Ravens too. Like, you only got 2 out on great defenses. 2.
Nobody's disagreeing with that. The difference is, like I said, the difference.
They were depleted on both sides of the ball.
So check it out. I think Giannis is the best player in the NBA, right?
Me too.
If we were having a conversation, and let's just say we were at some kind of panel or something, and we did a poll
around the horn, I think,
and it was like let's say it was 100 people in that poll, right? And let's say Giannis won 65% of the votes. And then, whoever was number 2 and got a lot of, I wouldn't be like, ooh, I need to defend Giannis against Luka, because the overwhelmingly says that Giannis is the best player. So the overwhelming public says that Tom Brady is the GOAT. There's nobody close to him, nobody on his level. If a few people say Mahomes is there or whatever the case may be, I just don't feel the need to argue about it for 6 hours.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
As a competitor, you have to squash these motherfuckers like they roaches.
Nah,
I'm gonna tell you this: if you let one roach come in your house, you're gonna find another roach to fuck. Then it might be 5 roaches.
No, but if we're talking, but just
20 roaches, 40 roaches, 70 roaches. Now it's like now your house infested.
But if
you can stop that motherfucker out when you need to.
If we're keeping it just within the hot box, there's one person that says that Mahomes is better. One.
Yeah, Adam, and he been a Mahomes fan since day one, though. I give him credit for that.
Only one. That's why I don't get the.
He been a Mahomes fan since Texas Tech, dog.
That's why I don't understand.
I'm like, how did you see this shit, nigga? How?
Nobody's arguing anything different.
I agree.
But I think the difference is that Jordan fans, Brady fans, whoever, they get mad off the mere point that you gave somebody else credit.
Yeah, I'm offended.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because a person, again, the time frame has not been that long. So, like, you got Jerry West, was like his reign of being like the guy was a long time before he was like considered, okay, maybe Jerry West not really the best guy ever. Then you had Julius Erving. You had certain guys that come into that space as being a player. Elgin Baylor, or either Oscar Robertson, or either Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, I don't feel like that. When Jordan retired, they've been trying to search for the next Jordan. They tried to put T-Mac there, Vince Carter there, Kobe there. I've been watching
it's a business.
I agree. I'm just saying,
hold on to Jordan if he ain't on the court.
I feel you. I'm not saying they're supposed to. I'm saying for me, though, I'm not going to allow you to put somebody there that don't deserve to be there. Now, if a guy is comparable, I will say, you know what? Yeah, I think he's comparable because I watched his career. I watched Kobe Bryant become that guy. Kobe only got close to Jordan, those back-to-back rings. If Kobe never had the back-to-back rings, he wouldn't be in the same breath as Jordan.
I still don't think he is.
I do. I'm just saying I watched how he came in the league, playing under Eddie Jones, playing under Dale Harris. I watched him just matriculate and become the best guy ever at a certain point in the league. I watched him win those 3 rings in a row. I watched him save Shaq. Shaq won the first one now. We give Shaq the credit. Shaq was the guy the first one. Those last 2, those were Kobe rings.
And I think that's the problem that I had with LeBron initially, because it was like 2006 and people were like, yo, he's better than Kobe. And
exactly.
Like,
I never understood that. That's my point.
Yet.
So you, again, that's the one roach. I got to stomp that roach out immediately, because I know for a fact that roach might turn into something. We can't even have that roach in the same area as somebody else in an area where it's a bunch of flowers and shit. And shit is gracefulness. You don't want to have somebody that's in the area that don't really belong there.
All right, so like, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, bro. So, real quick, we got Jalen Brunson. 3 for 11. We got Mikal Bridges 3 for 11. We got Cat 2 for 7.
You know what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? We got Josh Hart. We got Josh Hart 1 for 3.
You know what's going on.
But when he's averaging 40 and 8, y'all don't say anything.
Hold up. Okay.
But when he doesn't perform,
now, Mike, can you answer me a quick question?
What's up?
Who brought up Jalen Brunson just now?
You.
Exactly. What is he talking about? That's the difference between me and him. That's the difference between me and him. Because when Jalen Brunson plays bad, I point it out.
That's true.
When Tatum plays bad, he just don't show up for a couple days.
A week. He said he just
that's the difference.
No, I don't. No, I'm gonna say this. In Cuff's defense, I don't think Cuffs goes missing. He just won't say nothing unless y'all say something.
It's the same thing.
He ain't missing. No, he's still here.
At least
Lethal.
If
you ask him a question, he will still address it though. He's not gonna duck. He's not ducking on work. He just show up as the host. It's Tony Reali. I'm gonna show up as the host. If y'all bring it up, then I'll talk about it.
At least
I didn't put myself on blast.
At least Lethal kept it real the other day. He said straight up, when Anthony Edwards quiet, I'm quiet.
For sure.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Cups be talk like I'm telling you, like if Jalen Brunson was balling right now, but then they lost the game, Cups would come through like, oh, so he couldn't come through, huh? And we'd be like, he had 37 points. The Cups would be like, he needed 42. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, don't act like Jalen don't have 50. He got 15 points though. Don't act like he got 15 points though.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying though.
I thought it was Mr. Fourth Quarter.
OG got 16 leading the team, and Jalen
that's how Cups be, bro. That's how he be. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll show us every Trae Young game winner. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even. And then he even be making up conversations. Like I'd be like, yo, Halliburton came through the other night. Oh, so he better than Trae now, fuck boy?
Oh my God, 70 to 57. That's crazy. Damn.
You know,
they going out bad, dog. They going out.
Yeah, like Jalen Brunson playing a bad game. I ain't got nothing to say, but he playing a bad game.
Yo, why Carl Payne ain't got in the game yet? This is
what happened. This is what happens when you rely on little people to do the job.
Yeah, I agree. Why does my nigga Wright got 8 minutes though?
Again, and don't forget who picked the Pacers to win this series too.
You did. Too bad. They're not giving no credit for that shit.
I be trying to say, Cups be like, oh, but Jalen Brunson.
Look, and last series though, you picked that shit last series too. I
didn't even pick Jalen Brunson. I didn't even pick Jalen Brunson, and Cups still talking to me about where Jalen Brunson at. I'm like, I didn't even pick him.
I've been on the Knicks for like at least a month. I told you I'm not picking Knicks.
I said Pacers in 5.
You said Pacers in 5 out of spite, though. you probably gonna pick the Pacers to win the finals too.
Depending on if Ant make it, I don't know.
If Ant make it, you gonna pick Ant. If it's OKC, you gonna pick the Pacers for no other reason other than SGA.
I don't recall.
I feel you. Osama bin. What is it, Jones?
Osama bin flopping.
I've been flopping.
That shit is
Osama bin flopping is wild, dog.
That shit is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But even you could argue, Mike ready to stomp this roach now. You could even argue that SGA doing some Jordan-like things.
Oh, right now. Lord have mercy.
You know, 3 straight seasons of 30 points and 50% shooting.
It's not hard to do that in this league.
Well, why he the only one doing it then? Y'all keep saying that, but
all the foul calls.
No, y'all keep talking about how hard things. No, y'all keep talking about how hard things are, but then there's only 1 or 2 people that are doing these things that y'all are saying are hard.
I'm gonna say this though, because again, shot selection. Now, name a guy that takes the same type of shots as he takes.
That ain't SGA's fault.
Tell these other players. Luka could be in that same category. He takes bad shots.
Tell these other players to play smarter.
I agree. I'm just saying
don't blame the dude that's doing it right.
I don't think SGA is on the same level as MJ. Even
no,
if
he's
his stats
not.
are
He's not. I'm just making the point.
I'm just saying, Luka has the highest jump for the playoffs. Right under Jordan. Jordan's at 32. He at 31.
Hey,
I think on the same level? Hell no.
You know who's top 10 in playoff scoring average?
Who?
Spider.
Okay. Okay.
Spider's top 10 in playoff scoring average.
All I'm gonna say is this too. Show my nigga Paul Pierce.
And he plays a lot of playoff games. Show my nigga
Paul Pierce with being the step back.
Okay, hold on. I think I got something real quick. Hold on. I got something real quick. Let's do something real quick before we get out of here. All right, let's
real quick before we get out of here.
Okay, I want y'all to give me
here we go.
The top 15 NBA players in playoff points per game. Now, before y'all get started, just for reference, this is me being petty, by the way.
Okay,
just for reference, Trae Young is number 16.
Facts. So, we know Scotty in there though. Is Scotty there? No.
Kobe Bryant.
Right. So top 15 playoff points per game.
We got MJ and Luka. That's one and two.
MJ and Luka. Okay.
Kobe Bryant.
Jerry West
is number 5. There is no Kobe Bryant.
Dwayne Wade.
There is no Dwayne Wade.
Tim Duncan. I was about to say Tim
Robinson.
Dirk Nowitzki.
There is no Dirk Nowitzki.
Jason Tatum.
There is no Jason Tatum.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson is number 22, so not quite there. Kobe Bryant is number 19, just for reference. Dirk is number 23. Jason Tatum is number 33. Shaq is number 32. Charles Barkley. No.
Kawhi Leonard.
No.
Russell Westbrook.
Joel Embiid.
No.
Jokic.
Stephen
Curry, number 14.
Jimmy B.
No.
Klay Thompson.
Draymond.
Kevin
Durant is number 4.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving is a no.
LeBron
James. I'm surprised y'all took this long. He's number 6.
Again, nobody cares about Cuz. Nobody cares. Like, bro, we went through a whole litany of players.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. My bad. Jokic is number 9. I missed his name. He's number 9.
Yes.
Nobody cares about this nigga, man. Nobody.
All right, who we got?
Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson, what the fuck?
James Harden, even though it's
James Harden, no.
Nope.
Dwayne Wade.
Nope.
Vince Carter.
Steve Nash.
Said Vince Carter. no damn Steve Nash.
Allen
Iverson, number 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot he legal.
I was about to say.
So y'all got the top 5: Jordan, Luka, AI, Durant, and Jerry West.
Giannis
is number 13.
Let's get it.
Russell Westbrook.
So we got 3 older players, like older, before
Magic
Jordan.
Johnson.
Moses Malone.
No and no. And then we got 1, 2, 3
Will Chamberlain
players.
Will
is
Bill Russell.
Not here.
You said 3 active players?
Larry Bird.
Bird? No.
Mr. Russell.
Oscar Roberts.
No.
Damn.
James Worthy.
No.
Pistol Pete.
No.
Isaiah Thomas.
No.
Wow, that's why Isaiah on blowing that.
Dr. J.
No. Dr. J is number 34, right behind Jason Tatum.
What about
SGA is number 30.
Hold on. What about
Ray Allen?
No.
Carmelo?
No.
Carmelo
is number 40. Kyrie number 42. Barkley number 41.
What about Dirk?
Dirk is number 23.
Yeah, Pops.
What about shit? What is his name?
Clyde Drexler.
What about Bernard King?
Gary Payton.
No and no.
Bernard King, damn.
Rick Barry.
Ooh, good one.
Rick Barry is number 11.
Patrick Ewing.
No.
Shit.
I got who?
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. No, surprisingly.
Really?
He's number 27.
Never missed the playoffs though. That's crazy.
I got a Chicago Bull on here.
D Rose.
No. No.
I'm about to say.
Bill Cartwright.
No, I got a Chicago Bull on here who is more famous for not being a Chicago Bull.
Hold on. Ron Artest.
No. And this former Chicago Bull can finger roll.
George Gervin.
Yes, George Gervin, number 15.
Let's go.
Oh, George Gervin.
I got a Laker on here, former Laker. This is old player.
Paul Gasol.
No, older.
Derek Fisher.
Rick Fox.
We talked about him earlier.
James Worthy.
Older.
Wilt.
No.
Frazier.
We talked about this guy that if he had 2 rings.
Elgin Baylor.
Yes, Elgin Baylor, number 12.
I thought somebody said Elgin Baylor.
If they did, I missed it. And then we got 3 active players.
3 active?
Who?
Chris Paul retired.
No, he active. No, Chris Paul didn't retire, but he ain't scoring like this.
Nah,
Oh, okay.
So one of them averages 28.3, one averages 27.9. No, and
Paul
one
George.
averages 27.3. Donovan Mitchell, number 7.
Okay.
No.
Pussycat. Pussycat.
Did we say Jalen Brunson?
Y'all did, but he's not on there.
KP.
Like Porzingis?
KD. No, we said KD already.
Y'all got KD already.
Anthony Davis.
No. Anthony Davis is number 17, though. Just ahead
Chris
of
Middleton.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
No Chris Middleton.
Tim Duncan.
No.
Active players.
Active players. Active.
Okay, active. I remember that.
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love is still playing?
Play for the Cavs. Heat. Is the Heat the Cavs?
Yeah, I think it's the Heat.
Yeah, Heat.
Al Horford?
Oh, just for people. No, for people that y'all said, Chris Middleton is number 72.
Oh, Tatum.
No, Jimmy Butler is number 67. Kawhi is number 62. Russell Westbrook and Harden are 48 and 47. Mike's guy DeMar DeRozan is 57.
Yes.
Moses Malone is 52.
For you right now.
Active guys.
Current players. Is it Jokic?
No, y'all already said him.
Steph Curry. You said Steph Curry?
Yeah, we said Steph. Yep.
Damn.
Just 2 dudes, active players. One of them made the playoffs this year. One did not.
Dame.
Luol Deng?
Said Dame.
No, I said Dame.
No, Dame.
Said Dame. Made the playoffs this year. So we got.
Yep. And one did not.
Cleveland.
Sabonis.
Chicago.
Zach LaVine.
Jokic.
We already said Jokic.
My bad. Who else?
DeAndre Jordan.
If it's not Westbrook, I don't know.
DeAndre Jordan. Who?
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? Ant-Man is at number 10.
Okay, Ant.
And then this last person is number 8. And he did not make the playoffs this year.
Not made the playoffs.
And I don't know if this will help you or not, but I got into a spirited argument with Coach Will about this guy.
Is it Ja?
I was talking about how this guy scores a lot of points and it means nothing.
Kevin Durant.
No, we already got him.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Yep, so the top 15. Jordan, Luka, AI, KD, Jerry West, LeBron, Spider, Booker, Jokic, Anthony Edwards, Rick Barry, Elgin Baylor, Giannis, Steph Curry, and George Gervin.
So you mean to tell me that Spider's under LeBron?
Yep. And you know what's crazy about it?
That's hilarious.
You know what's crazy about it? If you do the numbers, like the next 10th over or whatever, LeBron is at 28.39 and Spider's at 28.30.
Right where he belongs. Nowhere near Jordan. Don't ever mention the name.
Yeah, Jordan's at 33.4.
Number one. And look, his number went down, actually. You know what I'm saying? He literally had like 35 at one point.
And Luka is the only other player that is at 30 without rounding up.
See?
Allen Iverson, I could round up to 30 because he's at 29.7.
Yeah, I was clutching the playoffs, sure.
But KD, I can't round up. He's at 29.3.
Always coming up just a hair short.
But just for those keeping track at home.
Oh, look.
SGA is ahead of Tatum.
Ooh.
Hello. McBride got 7 points. Okay, McBride. Let's go.
SGA is at, and I mean, obviously SGA played significantly less playoff games too, but SGA is at 24.3 and 24.32. Tatum is at 24.26.
What's the update on the score?
Yeah. A lot to a little bit.
78-65, 126 left in the third.
Kobe is at 25.64, which trails Anthony Davis by about a half a point. So that means Trae Young averages more playoff points than Kobe Bryant. So real quick, just because, you know, I know Cup's been mad at me all day. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me make Cup's day real quick. So Trae Young averages more playoff points than Anthony Davis, Hakeem Olajuwon, Kobe Bryant, Dominique Wilkins, Jalen Brunson, Dirk Nowitzki, Dame, Joel Embiid, Karl Malone, SGA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
the playoff
Shaq,
man. The playoff man.
Tatum, Dr. J, Carmelo, Charles Barkley, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi.
These some good names here.
Tim Duncan, Clyde Drexler.
Is D Wade on this list?
Let's see where D Wade is, because I didn't say his name. D Wade is number 49. Just behind Russell Westbrook.
Top 50 is dope, though. I give him that.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I guess real quick. All right. Last thing before we get out of here, I'll read the top 50 real quick. How about that? All right.
Yes, sir.
Michael Jordan, Luka Doncic, Allen Iverson, Kevin Durant, Jerry West, LeBron James, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Jokic, Ant-Man, Rick Barry, Elgin Baylor, Giannis, Steph, George Gervin, Trae Young, Anthony Davis, Hakeem, Kobe, Bob Pettit, Dominique Wilkins, Jalen Brunson, Dirk Nowitzki,
Bob Pettit,
Dame Lillard, Connie Hawkins, Joel Embiid, Karl Malone, Bernard King is at number 28. Alex English.
Okay.
And then SGA gets us to 30. So from 31 to 50. Kareem, Shaq, Jason Tatum, Dr. J, Paul Azarin, David Thompson, George Mikan, Larry Bird, Jamal Murray, Carmelo Anthony, Charles Barkley, Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Bob Love, Alvin Hayes gets us to 45. Wilt Chamberlain, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Dwayne Wade, and closing out the top 50, the Big O.
Oscar Robertson.
And just for shits and giggles, number 51 is Tracy McGrady.
So you mean to
right outside.
You mean to tell me that Kareem ain't top 10 in playoff scoring?
Who?
Kareem.
Kareem ain't top 10 in playoff scoring.
Underwhelming, bro. Kareem ain't really.
Well, you got to remember too. He played. No, you got to remember he played years when he was like 42 and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to drag down your average, obviously.
I said it about Jordan. Jordan was at 35 at one point. Now he's at 32.
Yeah, but Jordan wasn't old when he played in his last playoffs.
True.
You got to remember he quit twice too.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? So he had some fresh legs.
I wouldn't say fresh legs. He did play college ball.
I mean, relatively speaking to the competition.
He did win that championship. And he played every year in the Olympics too. So I wouldn't say fresh legs.
Well, you also got to remember he
They let us say LeBron. 10 finals. MJ played college ball, NBA season, Olympics, and came back and won another ring and won another play. Come on. 3 rings in a row. On top of college and top of Olympics too. It's crazy.
I mean, for all the shit that you talking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Kareem still averaged 25 in the playoffs. It ain't like he went down to 13.
I'm not saying that Kareem didn't. Niggas put him on the same level as the number one nigga.
Why wouldn't they? He was the all-time leading scorer when he retired. You making it sound like that doesn't matter. He has more MVPs.
So it does matter. It does matter, you say.
He has more MVPs.
What about Karl Malone?
He has more MVPs than anyone else who has played the game of basketball.
What about Karl Malone? He was number 2. So does that really matter?
Yes.
How?
Why wouldn't
is Karl Malone top 5? Top 10?
If you're
top 20?
If
top 30?
The only reason people don't have Karl Malone that high is because he didn't win a title.
I feel you. I'm just telling you, like,
that's it.
And Karl Malone.
Hold on. Let me tell you this real quick. Here are some of Kareem's playoff averages: 35.2.
Okay.
That was his first playoff, by the way.
Okay. Noel Cinder.
26.6 when he won Finals MVP. 28.7. 32.2. 34.6. 27. 28.5. 31.9. 27.1. It's just a mixture. You know what I'm saying? But you also got to remember the decline is him playing on great teams. You know what I'm saying? Because they had Magic and Worthy that he had to share points with. So it wasn't like he was playing bad. There was just extra people to share the ball with.
I never say he was playing bad. I just
I know.
One of the greatest of all time. Never.
So then let me take it back to 1986. So 86, 87, he was 39 years old. He averaged 19.2 in the playoffs at 39. Then he went down to 14.1 at 40, and then he went down to 11.1 at 41. It was time. So that's why his playoff average went down.
He also was one of the tallest niggas on the court at all times, and he had an unstoppable.
You always got something.
I'm just saying though. If Jordan was 7 foot tall,
if we're playing that game, if we're going
imagine if Jordan was 7 foot tall, he'd be.
We're going to play that game. If we're going to play that,
he would dominate these niggas.
If we're going to play that game, then who was as athletic as Jordan?
When
he was playing,
Clyde Drexler.
That's one person.
We got many niggas when Jordan was playing now. Can I include Vince Carter? Can I include Kobe? Can I include Isaiah Ryder?
Hold on, we gonna get there.
I'm just saying that, like you talking about 2 halves of Jordan. You got 80 Jordan and 90 Jordan. So
we going through his career. Like when he started, when he started in the NBA until those Vince Carters and Kobe showed up.
Okay.
Who was as athletic as him?
I would say you had
Clyde.
You had Clyde for sure.
And that was it.
Not true. You had guys who were athletic, but they were smaller guys than him, though. They weren't on the same level as those guys. Like
right.
Clyde is on the same level because he's smaller.
That's the point. Because Jordan was what?
And that's my point.
Hold on, no, because Jordan was
Kareem. Who got Kareem? Who?
He was getting guarded by Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell.
And how long was that? How long was that?
He was getting guarded by Olajuwon. He was getting guarded by David Robinson.
He didn't win in those time frames, though. He didn't win in those time frames when Olajuwon was there. He lost.
Yes, he did.
Olajuwon comes to 84. When did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar win a championship?
3 titles after that.
When? What time frame?
He beat the Pistons because that was the reason that I hate the Lakers in the first place. And
that was what? 80 what?
When they called that phantom foul against Lambeer, they beat the Celtics once.
And after that, what happened after that?
He turned 39, 40, and 41.
Here we go. That's what happens at a certain time.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying
off the cliff.
And you also got to remember, when Jordan was playing, they didn't necessarily switch people on you like that. So like when Kobe was playing, for example, the Boston Celtics had a whole roster of dudes to guard Kobe.
True.
Like they didn't play like that when Jordan was in the league. So Jordan didn't go up against Vince Carter, then switch to T-Mac, then switch to this person.
He went to Joe Dumars.
They had Anthony Mason. They had Anthony Mason guarding Jordan.
He cooked Paul Pierce. He cooked a lot of these niggas after their career was
Paul
already.
Pierce ain't as athletic as him.
He cooked again. You got Kareem going from playing with Worthy, Magic, Oscar Robertson. Name a player that Jordan played with was on the same level. Not one. But Scotty, y'all niggas love to give niggas Scotty. There's not one guy that played on the same level. All I know is
BJ Cartwright was tough.
You gotta cut that shit out, Cups. Stop it,
bro.
Stop it. All I'm saying is the fact that after Kareem had his little run, Jordan, we know for a fact, still played against the whole. He played against Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Elijah Wan. He played against all these niggas. Them niggas never won. Charles Barkley.
So now we
love all these niggas.
So now we trying to bring up the players that played other positions too.
No, I'm saying that all shooting guards.
I'm talking about
Stacey Augmon, Bobby Fields. I can go on a whole Malik Sealy. I can go on a whole list of niggas that played shooting guard.
Players?
I'm just telling you guys. You say athletic.
Are those great players?
They weren't great players. No, they weren't. I'm just saying the fact that he's playing against guys that are athletic.
Okay, so think about
how many guys that Kareem played against were great. You named two niggas. You said Elijah Wan and Wilt.
That's not all I said. I said Bill Russell.
Okay, Bill Russell. But how long though?
I said David Robinson. I said Patrick Ewing.
Is Patrick great?
There was Moses Malone. There was Artis Gilmore.
Is Patrick Ewing great?
Yes.
No, I'm not jacking it.
Is he not?
No, hell no.
Why is he not? Because the Knicks never put a good team around him?
No, I feel like that Patrick Ewing is underachieved.
I think Patrick
Ewing was great in college.
I think Patrick Ewing was great until his knees went bad.
He was great in college. He underachieved in the NBA.
He did not underachieve in the NBA. He never had a good team.
He had a decent team.
He never had a decent ain't good. Those two different words.
I feel you. I feel like he never really elevated the team either.
His best sidekick in his whole career was a dude they picked up from the supermarket.
No, I think his best sidekick was Charles Oakley.
And that ain't saying nothing.
I'm just saying though, his best sidekick was Charles Oakley.
Did Charles Oakley ever average 12 points in a season?
Maybe. I think he was the one picking the draft, I thought.
So the fact that you got to say maybe proves my point.
Maybe. I'm just saying the fact that again, he's not Jordan though. He's not going against Jordan and really competing against Jordan.
Okay, so
Jordan never looked at him as like, oh, he's an adversary. He's on Pippen level.
Charles Oakley's first year with the Knicks, he averaged 14.6.
But what about the Bulls?
Hold on. Okay.
It was the Bulls first.
Okay, well, here's Charles Barkley's career. This is his career. 9.6, 14.5, 12.4, 12.9, 14.6. That was the first year with the Knicks. 11.2, 6.2, 6.9, 11.8, 10.1, 11.4, 10.8, 9, 7, 6.9, 9.6, 3.8, 1.8, 1.3. His career average is 9.7.
I feel you. So I'm just saying, like, I don't look at that as like, okay, terrible.
It's hard for me to say that people underachieved if they didn't have good teams.
Is that who fault is that? They had a good coach.
That's the GM's fault.
So I'm saying,
I think saying Patrick.
Jordan never had a great team. I never thought Jordan had a great team at all.
But what I'm saying is, let's say hypothetically, let's say Shaq had never won a title. I would say he underachieved. I would say he underachieved.
He got swept 5 times
because he had Penny and Nick Anderson, Horace Grant. You know, he had Kobe, Eddie Jones, and all these other dudes. So I would say he underachieved. Patrick
Nash, LeBron, he played a lot of great players.
Patrick Ewing's best player that he played with was probably John Starks.
I'm not putting John there.
Maybe Derek Harper.
I probably give you Derek Harper more than I give you John.
So it's hard for me to say that you underachieved when none of your teammates are top 75. You're going against.
Again, it's about who you're going against. You're going against Luke Longley and you're going against Bill Cartwright.
You're talking about one position. I'm talking about the whole team.
He got to dominate those guys. He didn't dominate those guys. Even when Jordan Levy didn't dominate.
So what you're telling me is,
even when Jordan left, he didn't dominate those guys.
By himself was supposed to be Shaq, Penny, Nick Anderson, Horace Grant, Dennis Scott. He was supposed to beat all them.
I'm not saying by himself. I'm saying the fact that he didn't dominate those guys when he needed to. He still was one-on-one matchup. He wanted to shoot jumpers. All right, I'm gonna tell you this: when Jokic lost against the Lakers and shit, right? We never said Jokic didn't show up. He still showed up. He just have a good team,
bruh.
In the bubble, I'm saying I want you to still show up though. Patrick not showing up.
He said, "I don't know what you're
Patrick missing free throws. Patrick missing a bunch of jumpers. Patrick ain't dominating. Even when Shaq before he got Kobe, he had Elgin Baylor, he had Cedric Ceballos. He still was being Shaq though.
Bruh.
That's my point. As an individual player.
I don't even know, bro.
Still show. Well, you got to still show up.
That man scored.
All right.
He had a 29-point playoff run.
Here we go. I got you. Top 10 centers then. What Patrick got?
He not on there.
I know he's not on there. So
but
what are we talking about?
I ain't going to lie to make a point. But
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying that Patrick Ewing is not good. He's not comparable to MJ. He's not in the same vein as that nigga.
No. This is the difference. Patrick Ewing is not a top 10 center because there's so many great centers.
That's my point.
Vince Carter.
And MJ beat all them niggas.
Vince Carter is not
every nigga in the top 10 you can name, other than maybe 3 or 4. MJ beat.
Vince Carter is not a top 10 shooting guard because he's not a top 10 shooting guard, regardless of who else played that position.
But he still was there, though. I'm saying that MJ played against a bunch of top 10 niggas in his era.
We talking about at his position. We talking about at his position, though. That's why when I brought up Kobe, that's why when I bring up Kobe, usually I say that Kobe does have an argument against MJ because if you look at the people that Kobe played against at his position and the different bodies that threw at him, that was something that,
Who was a better defender than Vernon Maxwell at that point in time? You think Vernon Maxwell couldn't check Kobe?
I think he could check Kobe. Vernon Maxwell, my guy.
I know he is. I'm saying that to say that, okay, they may not have been in when I said that before, I said they're not in the same limelight though as those other shooting guards.
What I'm saying is
Joe Dumars ain't considered one of the best shooting guards of all time.
What I'm saying is
he's still solid though.
What I'm saying is Kobe had to go up against Ray Allen, right? And if he was burning Ray Allen up, they would switch Paul Pierce on him. If he burned Paul Pierce up, they put Posey on him. If he burned him up, they put Tony Allen on him. That's what I'm saying. Jordan didn't have to deal with that. That's what I'm saying.
But it didn't matter if again.
It did matter. We don't know.
I don't think it mattered. I don't think it mattered. I watched Jordan go against niggas.
When Jordan was out here going 3 for 18,
he was killing Tony Allen too with the Wizards.
When Jordan had,
I gotta put up the Wizards. See, we killing Tony Allen too.
When Jordan had his when Jordan had his playoff game where he went 3 for 18.
Yes.
And he still hit like 11 or 12 free throws.
Yes.
Nobody was calling him a free throw merchant.
Nobody. I agree.
Even though he went 3 for 18.
Yeah. One bad game. I do agree. That was one of the part of the worst games he ever had.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, they still won the series, right?
We pick and choose.
What do you have in Game 5 and Game 6?
Games.
What do you have in Game 5 and Game 6?
I don't know. I got to go look.
I could have sworn it was like 35 and 40. I'm not mistaken.
I got to go look. But that's the point.
Pippen and Kukoc won that series in my opinion because Pippen was getting smashed up by Sean Kemp and nobody want to talk about. Sean Kemp was killing this nigga. You heard? No type of resistance at all. They say, "Oh, he's a defensive stopper. He stopped everybody. He's the guy that keeps everybody." No, they was killing him too.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like at the end of the day, we pick and choose who we want to hold to certain standards, or like whatever the case may be.
All I'm saying
is that Kobe had to deal with dudes like Ron Artest. You know what I'm saying?
I do agree.
Who was bigger than him, and like on par athletically with him.
You do remember Ron Artest saying that Kobe MJ played him at that camp, and MJ was still cooking niggas.
Yeah,
Ron Artest is on Club Shisha, and Ron Artest was drafted by the Bulls. He came in and got that work. And they still kicking in that
I also remember Michael Jordan being guarded by Craig Elo and Jeff Hornacek.
Craig Elo was a good defender.
Sure.
Not Jeff Hornacek, though.
Sure.
Why? Again, you doing a version with the Jokic shit. You saying white players can't play then?
I'm not saying Craig Elo can't play? I'm not saying that at all.
Jeff Hornacek can't play?
Did I say those words?
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you a question. Out loud.
Jeff Hornacek cannot guard Michael Jordan.
Craig Elo could, though. Craig Elo's a good defender.
Craig Elo cannot guard Michael Jordan.
Mark Price was a good player. Them niggas was against the guys they played against. He was really good because they was white. Chris Chapman can really play. Like those guys can really play basketball.
The Knicks got the lead, y'all. The Knicks got the lead.
Get the fuck out of you lying.
No, they up by 2.
Two by you lying. You serious?
They up by 2.
Get the fuck out of here.
What's the time?
God, dog.
There are.
This is why I don't watch the NBA, bro. I told y'all that's why I don't watch the NBA. They was up by how much? How much were they up by? 15, 20?
They were up by.
I don't watch this fucking goofy shit. They made that call.
All I'm saying is
they made that call, dog.
Is that if you wanted to make the argument, I think you could find wiggle room to say that Kobe is next to Jordan. The only thing is that when you pull up the numbers, because you have to factor.
So you're the same guy that said efficiency-wise that he ain't the same.
Well, no, efficiency-wise, he's definitely not the same. But also, when you factor in those first 2 or 3 years where Kobe was coming off the bench,
yeah,
that's going to affect his scoring average.
It is though. He said that against LeBron argument. It's like, yo, Dale Harris had him come off the bench. I remember watching this shit like, bruh. Like, that's when I really started really understanding the game of basketball. I remember watching the game and like, okay, I'm cheering as a fan. I became an analyst at that time frame of when Eddie Jones, Ben Exel, Serge Zaballos, Eldon Campbell. I watched that Lakers team, Shaq. I watched those guys. I watched what's the other guy that was on that team? Shit. I'm on bench players though. Damn, what the fuck his name was? Shit. Damn. Can't think of his name, yo. It was a player I watched like develop in that system before Kobe kind of became the guy. I can't think of his name.
Let's see, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel.
I'm gonna say the shit y'all gonna know. Is that gonna talk about? Hold on, give me a second. This was like 1997. Hold on, I got it. Give me a second.
Was it Anthony Peeler?
I think it was Jeff Fall. Oh, Sean Rooks.
Oh, Sean Rooks.
Yeah. Sean Rooks. I watched Sean Rooks become like a guy who was like a guy that was trying to, mold into somebody. He became a player. Hey, so I started watching. That's why I started watching basketball on a different level. Like, okay, damn, I watched Rick Fox become a key guy on that team from Boston. I watched a lot of guys who like really became guys for real that really wasn't household names. I watched Glenn Rice come over there and get a chip. I'm entrenched in this shit, nigga. Like, for real.
Yeah. All right, Nembhard, drew the foul on Brunson.
Bro, this shit about to get crazy, man. I don't know how you stay stable in your mental when you watch this shit type of shit. I can't do it, bro. I cannot do it.
I swear, like every time these dudes swing their finger to try to get the review, I just want to break their fingers.
Real talk though. It's like, what are y'all doing? Like, I'm watching Josh Hart does not even shoot, bro. He shot the ball 3 times the whole game.
I know.
I don't even understand what this is. My mind would not allow me to,
bro. He's being a role player.
He's not a role player. Y'all just said y'all would trade for this nigga, and you said he's their best center. He's not a role player. He's a key piece. He's a key piece in this team. He's a key piece in this team. They're not winning the game without Josh Hart. He got 7 rebounds, but goddamn, bro, he only shot the ball 3 times.
I know the Knicks messing up my viewing plans. I'm trying to watch this wrestling.
This shit crazy, bro. I can't watch this fuck shit, bro. I just can't do it.
What's the time left? It's the 4th quarter.
It's like 7 minutes left.
Like the game happened, I go watch the game after the fact and be like, "What the fuck is this?" What the fuck? Like, I'll be so confused. Like, yo, what is happening in this shit? I can't do it, yo. It don't align with my spirit. I can't do it. I love the game so much, but I'll be like, what is this? Like, I know the NFL rigged, but man, dog, the NBA is so bad. They don't even hide that shit no more. It's just so obvious. Like, the shit I sent y'all today, like, bro, this should be obvious with the dude. Like, he's taking a 2-pointer and they called it 3. Like, how does that happen? His foot is inside the line, like way inside the line. Way inside the line. Like, not even close to the line. They don't call shit this 3. And mark it up as a 3.
But yo,
Boston get down that motherfucker, holding the ball, dribble it out, way past the ball off. The spread was field.
Get me Trae Young and Giannis to Brooklyn, man.
I feel you though. You've been calling
for me, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe even Kuminga too.
No, they can't have Kuminga.
You know what I'm saying? They got that 95. They got 95 million, bro.
Man, the Bulls like somebody. Goddamn, fuck that.
And they got 5 picks in the first.
I take Cam Thomas. Then y'all can have Patrick Williams. Well, not y'all, but Brooklyn can have Patrick Williams. Shit. A 3-team trade. Shit, put us in the mix then. Fuck it.
Yeah, fellas, goddamn.
We reached that goddamn.
We done reached that, man. That motherfucking 2 hour 55-minute mark in this here Sunday smoke service. We appreciate everybody who came through the smoke with the gang, man. You can catch the Hot Box podcast every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch us again tomorrow for the Monday smoke meeting. You already know I had the gang with me. Simeon Phoenix, Bleed Blue for the Shoe Nap Nation. What it do, my dog Jay Lethal representing live in the motherfucking building, and my dog Mike Secret Stuff. He goes by many names, but we call him the one. Mike
tried it. He tried that shit today. He tried it. I'm always sipping on that Michael Secret Stuff. Always.
Okay.
Always.
Shout out to Cowboy Mike, man, representing on the ones and twos, dog. And you already know I got the homie, man, one half of Sports Reports as ordered 2-5. Mike Will representing live in the motherfucking den, man. We appreciate everybody again. We rolling the windows down. We letting the smoke out. But above all else,
fuck Aaron
Rodgers. Fuck Kevin Durant. And fuck Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, I heard.
You know what I'm saying?
They're making this debut for the first time.
Oh.
Fuck Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Fuck Brett Favre.
Bro, where's the bread, Brett? Where's the bread at, bro? My nigga is doing everything. Taking fucking doing charity work, philanthropy work. Where's the bread, Brett?
So is it finally
where that bread at?
Big tackle quarterbacks?
Yes.
What happened?
Fuck all Packers quarterbacks except for my guy Don Mikowski, the Magic Man.
Except for Magic Man.
No, I don't feel that way about Jordan Love. I like Jordan Love.
Fuck Jordan Love.
Damn.
Yeah, all the Pack quarterbacks. Y'all fuck Bart Starr?
Fuck Bart Starr. He went to Bama.
What Doug Peterson do to you?
What Doug Peterson do to you?
Yeah, man.
He beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Y'all can catch us. Oh shit. That's embarrassing. Y'all catch us tomorrow for the Monday smoke meeting, man. Y'all catch us tomorrow for the Monday smoke meeting, man. We letting the windows down. We letting the smoke out, man. Smoke with us next time.
Put the foes up, bitch.
Throw the foes up. Throw the foes up.